We are live.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Dithra and 1001 Shards, episode 2. We have the gang here. We got Young Money Kathleen here in the building. We have Young Jay and the Omen, the John. We're all here today.
The John.
Ready to... Hey, we're a little different there.
The John.
Where
you shit? Where you?
I didn't even get one. That's fucking good. That's good. All right. So, welcome, guys. We're doing we're continuing our Knave Saga Plus in the kind of setting called Dithra with some slightly modified rules here. We have the whole Scooby-Doo and the Mystery gang together. So we're gonna start with Kathleen and have her roll a character, and then we shall get started. I wanted this to all be live, so it's all organic, so you can see how the process works. So if you missed character creation in the first episode, then we're gonna do it here. Because
Kathleen, I can't wait for you to get into this character creation. It was fun as hell.
Yeah. All right, so Kathleen, so in the journal you have a character sheet. Can you access it?
Uh-huh.
All right. So the game has changed a little bit, but not as much. It got a little simpler, a little easier, a lot quicker. So let's start here. First things first, we're gonna do is start with your ability score. So roll 3d6 6 times, and that's gonna be your ability scores. And guys, if you're watching as well here, Knave, I do recommend it. I think it is good. I think it is a pretty good system. And then you take the lowest roll is your bonus. So that'd be for strength, you'd be a 4, which is fantastic.
Hell yeah.
She's hardy.
There you go. But not that dexterous though. That's a 1. It sucks because a 4. Damn, it's pretty calm, pretty good.
4 on con, damn.
Pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
Dude. I got that 1 on wisdom though.
No ranged attacks for you, my lady, my lad. That +4 on Hirelings if you live. All right, give me your 1d8 for your HP. All right. Good, I guess.
I mean, we're all pretty squishy.
I mean, it's a 1d8. Yeah.
I say I have a 4 as well, so
the odds are we will die in one shot.
Yeah. So
it's do we fight or no?
But you get experience without fighting them, so that's something. So all right, so you got that down. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to your professions, which I sent you a link to the professions list, but I think that's what it's like 20, I believe, right, John?
Yeah, we kept it the same.
Yeah, roll a d20 for your background, and it should be in the link there. And if not, I can just pull it up and I can send it to you.
I got it up too if you need it. So
no, here we go. I got you.
14. I don't have it pulled up. What's 14?
All right. Okay,
merchant.
Hey, that's pretty good because you have a shit ton of charisma. So merchant allows you to. Wow, let me just trolling here. Merchant allows you to sell items for additional 10%, and you're familiar with market prices and tools of trade. And and if you go to your Discord, you'll find it. But just merchant.
Yeah, I think you're looking at the old version, Val, with the 10%.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
I just posted it. You have general knowledge of commerce, trade, and the appraisal of common items. When engaging in buying or selling, you have a small edge in negotiations.
Yep.
And this is why we're a team. Because I totally for using the outdated version. So that's kind of the merchant background there. All right. So in the previous iteration of the Navy we're using, there were items and things like that. You don't start with any items. Hey, you just start with your clothes and shoes and 2 days worth of rations. So now we're gonna roll for your. So you can choose what ethnicity you want to be, or you can kind of just roll. So it's 4 ethnicities. In Dithra, you have the Northerners, which are these almost like Asian-inspired frozen North Raider people that ride on the back of giant wolves called wargs that are known for their
Asian Vikings is what you're saying.
They're Mongolian.
Yeah.
But not Mongolian. They're not. They are different enough where they're not direct tie-ins to Mongolian, so that we don't get people off there.
The Mongolians are gonna sue you?
No, they might. No. Twitter might sue you. That's a problem. Twitter. So the Southerners are these people that live in this kind of almost like Roman city-state like empire that sprawls throughout this massive desert-like plain with large city-states gathered around oases. So think of like Rome, but like really hardy, resourceful people. These people have chestnut, dark skin, look black. They are not a tie-in for black people in America or anywhere else. They are unique enough to where they are different. All right, so next.
It's our disclaimers that we got to put in here.
Disclaimers. Because if you say they all work the same, people on Twitter are going to start breathing heavy and typing on the keyboard. Next thing we have is the Easterners / Islanders. These people here live in these large archipelagos where they trade and gather and build with those around them, making the biggest and strongest boats that they can, made out of this rare wood that they grow only in the eastern land, called ironbark trees. So a little bit about them as well too. If you go to the journal, I can pop them too. So let me just pop these up so you can see them. A little bit about them as well. All right. Lastly, it's the Westerners. These people live in these large kind of forested areas with major exports of food and stoneworks. They're very religious, kind of worship the fallen creator and seek to gather all the shards together to bring back its resurrection. They have really unique kind of theocracy, and they are very large pigs that are sentient. They can speak, they have their own feelings, they can talk, and they're usually tied to clan or family, and it's a little bit more than this. So these are the 4 ethnicities. So you can roll or you can pick one.
So John and I did roll for ours, just so you know, but feel free to pick if you want.
Yep.
Let's roll.
All right. So which one is which before you roll?
Southerner is 1, Easterner is 2, Westerner is 3, Northerner is 4. I still had it written down from last session.
That'll work. I rolled a d4.
I sure as hell did not.
I did not either. I was gonna reassign them.
2. What was 2?
Easterner.
Oh, good. That's what I wanted to be anyway.
See, there it all worked out.
And it's a multicultural because I think all 3 of us are different.
Yeah, there we go. League of Nations, what's up? There we go.
We're diverse.
Hey,
Yet none of us are actually who are guarding the island.
This is very true. So let me say a little bit
We're all
about the
foreigners
place.
to this land, yeah.
And this is true. So, so the origin so your origin here is, you committed a crime. So you can either write or tell me what the crime is that you were captured for. You don't have to be something you did, it's just whatever you get captured for. So you could have been framed or whatever, I don't care, it doesn't matter, it's what you got captured for. You were captured by the Southern Empire for your crime, and you were sent here to the Southern Hill, which is the name of this island, to serve out your sentence and basically become New Australia, or a vassal state of the Southern Empire. So one of the cool things about it is there's a second chance here. There's a large variety of people in this large island trying to start over in a new life and bring out the new opportunities here on the Silver Heel. It was discovered that there's a large deposits of precious metals here, and that's kind of spawned up this town in the past few years. So you would have obviously been convicted of some crime and been sent here. So whatever that is, that's totally up to you.
And this place is kind of like Australia. It's a colony it's a wildlands frontier place where we are sent here to tame the land essentially and populate the area. And so we're just left with the clothes on our back to figure shit out. And the strong will survive, or the crafty.
Mm-hmm. And now we get to the fun part. Roll a D100.
Oh, we got to do all of our traits too, right?
Yes, That's true. So let's do that
But yes,
too.
roll the D100.
Yeah, roll the D100 first.
She needs to know what she looks like.
No, I don't.
She is a person.
I'm gonna be that blank Facebook user. Go.
I am generic woman. No moss.
14.
All right, no shark for you today. So let me
And
give
then
you
it's 9D20 for the
and these are some of
the
these are little
traits.
traits.
Was it?
Yep, something like that. I thought it was 90-20 because
it's 9D20, yeah. Because
Yeah.
we're not doing the background because that's what we did with profession.
Mhm.
That's right. Cool. Jay's on it.
90
Yes.
20.
Trying to help.
Mine just roll my character for me, Jay. It's easier.
No, you got to roll the dice.
All right. So your physique,
Right.
you are gaunt.
Okay.
That's cool.
Your face, you are square faced.
Square. Nice.
Skin is sallow,
Whatever that means.
like yellowish, kind of like
Yeah.
unhealthy. You got
Jaundice.
jaundice looking.
Jaundice. Okay. I got scurvy.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
16 for hair is ponytail.
Okay, oh,
There
cool.
you go. Okay.
17 for clothing. You have perfumed clothing. Look at you,
Hey,
fancy
it's a
pants.
pirate. There you go. Nice.
2 for virtue is cautious.
Makes sense.
18 for vice is vengeful.
Okay.
7 for your speech is
Flowery.
flowery.
Okay.
Perfumed
Oh,
and
okay.
flowery, motherfucker. over
Makes
there.
sense.
Wow. And
Should've
then,
been a druid.
last but not least, misfortunes. You're abandoned.
Oh.
Oh no.
All right. That definitely won't come into play in the distant future.
May or may
so,
You're gonna live that long, really.
It's just true. You might just die before that happens. We'll find out. But I'll give you some time to obviously find a character you're going to use, and we'll kind of get started with. I think we left off last on John, correct? Like 90% sure we left on you.
I
We
think
kind of went back and forth between us.
I don't
really
remember
quick.
where we landed, but
Oh.
the gist of it was I came out to look for, like after the long shift at the drug den. I came out. Gon remembered. Oh shit. Alistair. He was waiting for me and checked out and he's gone.
Well, we went to the next day.
Yeah,
You-
yeah,
I think
next
it
day
was
after
with
that,
me
yeah.
because we went to the next day, and I went and talked to the pig,
That is
Called him-
correct.
and then I said, okay, the farmer told
Oh
me.
yeah,
to
I did
go
sleep on the
to-
bed or the big
Yeah.
couch area.
Yep,
the
the
couch.
corner, yeah, the corner.
Yeah, farmer told me to go get the couple things we needed on his account, so I was
Yep.
gonna head to town.
And I got that quest about the coyotes at the Explorers Guild because after
Yep.
couldn't find you, kind of walked the town with my free time. So it's morning, I guess.
Yep. That's kind of what I remember. So I was making sure. I was trying to forget. I was trying to remember
That helps
which
me.
one I ended on. Yeah, no, I got it. I was trying to make sure. So I'll start out. I'm gonna roll even Jan, Alistair. All right, Jan, I'm starting with you.
Gon wakes up, kind of greasy and sweaty, sitting on his little section of this area. There's a bunch of people in the room that are also probably greasy and sweaty.
100%.
Oh God!
Oh,
Bless you.
I've got the black lung pup. I'm
Look at
eating.
you choke.
I'm eating sunflower seeds in little piece.
Oh,
attack
that's
me.
dangerous.
Oh.
Dangerous while talking, dude. I'm up
Uh,
on the edge.
Oh God! He wakes up in this seedy place. I imagine the room is already filled with smoke from all kinds of people.
Smoke and Tashimi mushroom smells. It smells like straight chronic in here.
Yeah. Gets up early.
You just hear
Early.
"Teet, teet, 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 teet."
Now I have a question. Bob.
Yeah.
Is this like a 9 to 5? I have to clock in every single day. What's the situation?
Well, you know that you were paid. So you know that you were paid to obviously process the Tashimi mushroom yesterday. You assume that you probably would definitely want to continue to do that today.
Yeah.
Everyone else is, so let's see what time you woke up. So you woke up, if you woke up very early, most of the people is probably still asleep
Yeah.
because criminals wake up very late in general because their jobs are at night.
Yeah, and he doesn't drink, tries to keep it clean, at least right now. Wakes up early before everybody. I think he's going to jam out into the morning and then just head towards, he got that quest, or at least a job potentially. So he's just going to head to the farm. See if he can get that early, check out, see if it's worth the damn. And then if it is, it probably, and the pay's decent, it's probably going to beat out grinding out drugs.
So it makes perfect sense for you guys to be able to kind of cross the intersect here. So I'm going to kind of use the twists of fate to say, as you were going to the goods store, to general goods store, to obviously purchase a good for Garen, you head there and you see, lo and behold, your associate that was on the boat with you here.
I thought you were gonna sneeze too. Jeez, what's with all the?
Why is
Dude.
everybody sick?
We're dying.
I had bronchitis for like a week. I still have it a little bit. I'm good now though. But yeah, so you see your fellow associate,
See,
Alistair.
Hey!
Alistair?
God.
Hey. Gon will just
You
kind of
must,
walk up to him.
Yeah, Alistair sort of kind of runs up to you a little bit, not like fully, just sort of like kind of jogs up, like, you know what happened to you yesterday, dude? You like disappeared.
Yeah.
Also gone. Also, you see that Alistair has a shepherd stick as well.
He just looks down and just kind of grunts. He's like, got caught up with something. I found some work. Pays okay, but I don't know if I like the company.
I actually found some work too. Farm just south of here. Had a couple of lame cows, and well, the biggest one was the lame cow, but I think I might have been able to secure some work, place to stay, and food, which is kind of nice. At least training their animals, trying to help out at that farm. But they have actually one of the western pigs out there. Fat fuck, I'll tell you that. So I got to going up to pick up some supplies to thin them out and train them up. But the biggest problem we're having out here is I guess there's been some coyotes attacking. So I was going to see if I could figure out a way to, stop that from happening too.
That's funny you say that. I heard about this coyote problem. I was on my way to look into it, see if the job was worth a damn. And you say it's a farm?
It is a farm, yeah. They have cows, about 10 acres ish, maybe a little more. I didn't take a look too much at what they were planting, but they fed me, gave me a place to sleep, gave me something to at least protect myself with. I'm not very good at it. And he tries to like kind of swing it and it falls out of his hands.
Good man. It's always a good idea to get protection. You see, Gon, from like tucked in the back of his pants, he pulls out this straight up shiv. It's like, I got myself a blade. And he'll tuck it back in. Well, it seems our paths are crossed. Maybe we should stick a while and work together. What was the pay on this thing? I heard 5 copper a head. Is that true?
The farmer didn't say anything about pay. I was kind of doing it because it's steady pay, training his animals. I'm hoping that if I
You
can
remember
get
that
trained
he
up.
was offering you 2 gold pieces for a day's worth of work.
2 gold.
2 copper.
Yeah, 2 copper for the taking care of the cows, wasn't it? And then if there was more to it, then it could change a little bit, or was it
As
just
far as-
2 no matter what we did?
As far as you was aware, he definitely said it was 2 copper pieces. But he did pay you an additional for per cow for taking care of the cows.
Right.
Hmm.
So it's it's 2 copper a day to just sort of help to kind of take care of those few things. But he gave me an extra 5 when I helped out that cow's hoof, which I'm assuming he seems to pay pretty well if you help make him some money.
Yeah, the place I've got set up, I'm making some... What did we call this here? I'm looking it up.
Oh, sashimi mushrooms.
Yeah, I've been grinding sashimi mushrooms for this guy, Rodrigo. Rodrigo. It seems like an okay outfit, and they're making drugs. It's not anything
Oh.
I'm opposed to. The pay's pretty good, 5 copper a day.
Oh wow.
Menial work, but I've got food. There's girls. There's drugs. I mean, I'm
I
not
don't
too
know much
opposed
about.
to it.
I said I don't know much about drugs, but
Well, I was an herbalist in another life. Seems to be.
there we go.
But
well, maybe we can kind of work both angles of this if you still, if you want to kind of work together. I mean, we at least got this coyote thing, and you said they're paying $5 a head.
yeah,
Who's
I stopped.
paying $5 a head?
I stopped by this guild place. I don't remember the name, but they had a job board, and that was the work. Kill some coyotes, $5 a head. I figured we could sell the pelts, maybe. I'm not really too good with that sort of thing, but we could make something
Yeah,
off of it.
I mean, I know with the animal training, every once in a while we'd have some things come up where animals would die. At least the guy that I worked with said that every once in a while certain pelts you could sell, but I don't. That was a world away. I don't know about here. We'd have to take a look and see what we could do with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if coyotes in the Southlands are just as scruffy and mangy as they are in the north, but they might not be worth the damn, but they are a nuisance.
Can be, but it has been told that coyotes act a lot like dogs. And if possible, if we could trap a couple of them and I could get them trained a little bit, we could get some couple of pretty decent guard dogs out of that. And I think that would make good money around here.
You're sure you can do this? I'd rather just see the thing dead.
I can. It all depends on how quickly, how easily, and how receptive they are to training. But I know, I mean, where I come from, we've had some where we've got in the Westlands. There's coyotes, and they can make a pretty good guard dog if you can get them trained up. We just gotta get them trapped and.
Gon just scoffs. He's like, "Their poor excuse. They are no wolf. They are no warg." But perhaps I had an idea to trap them as well. They do travel in packs, and I'd rather not get surrounded by all sides.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to not be up close to them. So, if I could find something, even a sling would help me out. But something a little bit more better to protect me than this thing. I don't know. He picks it back up and tries to like swing it, and it sort of hits himself on the side. Like, I don't know how to use this damn thing, but
Well, sharpen the
at least
edge
we
of
gotta
it.
go get
And
some feed.
you put the pointy bit inside of the thing. Well, let's head on out, and he'll move side by side and clap his giant hand on his shoulder. He's like, I'm sure we can get some good money out of this. I don't much care for this town and its people, but we're
I
gonna
think
have
we're
to make
kind
a
of
living.
stuck here for the moment, aren't we?
Unfortunately.
Well, let's quickly head up to the shop, pick up the things we need, and see if I can get what I can get, and we can at least head back, scope it out, see what we can find for those coyotes, right?
Okay. Well, it looks like you're definitely trying to get some basic goods here. So you know that as you're trying to get some, it's definitely definitely markets and bazaars here. What are you looking for specifically to get? Because there's a variety of stores here, and there's every basic amenity of you'd imagine a medieval-based town. There's
Well, for the farm itself, for the pig, since he's that, we need to get him, a little bit more svelte so he can actually help protect the farm. Some actual like feed, that more like a diet feed for him, something that's more like whole oats, rich protein, low fats, so that way we can put him on a diet essentially.
okay.
And then I would like to try to just find a sling to help protect myself,
Okay.
because I don't. The staff won't do me very much good.
Okay, so you know that if you go into the bazaar here, there are people that definitely have animal feed. Animal feed is essentially 2 copper pieces per day, essentially. So
So Garen did say that he had an account that for the feed because he
This is
was
true.
good with. So
You're gonna
I
have
would.
to ask him, I guess.
Well, I had asked Garen before, so that I would have to find if I go up to a market, if I go up to one of the stalls. Excuse me, did anybody know where Garen holds credit for the feed store? Which feed store it is or feed stall?
You know that after talking, no, you know, it's pretty simple. Garen is well known enough in this town that, especially the farm, that they would easily direct you to there after a few tries. And you do know that you're standing in front of a Westerner woman here. She looks to be in middle ages, maybe like 40, and she has kind of silvery blonde hair. And she looks at you and says, yes, I handle Gaelic's general goods. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm working with Garen at the farm south of town here, and we need to get his pig in shape. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. So I need to get just like, I don't know, 10 days of feed, diet feed, something rich in oats, rich in high proteins, low in fat, good hearty, you know, some decent vegetables, something like that mixture. Maybe 10 days worth. I don't want to go crazy on his account here because I am new, but I need to pick that up for him and take it back to the farm if I could.
She nods and says, okay. My name is Killen. Nice to meet you.
You as well. You said it was a Westerner?
Yes.
And so, like, seeing that, like, kind of shake his head and say, oh, sorry. Hi, sister.
The merchant here. Hold on, put this here in chat so you guys can copy it down. Killian. That's what I'm thinking. Pronounce it wrong. Yeah, she would nod and say, because he's a good customer, I can give it to you, especially on his books for a single copper per day worth of animal feed there. And you say you're looking for 10 days. That'll be I'll charge.
Yep, 10 days.
His account. And that'll be 10 copper pieces. Okay. Anything else?
General good. Do you have a sling by chance? That would not go on his account. That would be for me.
Oh yeah, of course. Slings are exceptionally common, right? It's a very simple weapon there, so you would kind of go ruffle in her back and pull out a sling. This is kind of maybe like an oak with a kind of twine string attached to it with a little pocket, and she says, "Here you go," and it looks like a slingshot.
And how much would this be?
5 copper pieces.
5 copper. I will give that to you. Here you go. Thank you.
She nods and says, "Okay." And you know as well, ammunition. As long as you're outside, you could fucking find a rock. Right?
Anything.
Right.
Yep.
And a rock, a stone, or whatever. And that's simply ammunition.
And the sling is 1d6, correct?
1d4.
1d4. Sorry. Perfect.
Yep. Range of 40. All weapons are range of 40.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And I think that's it for now. Might be back. I want to at least talk to Garen a little bit more and see what other needs he might have for training these animals. But at least for now, I think this is gonna get us to start. Actually, one more thing. Do you have any like sugar cubes? Like a small bag of sugar cubes that I could pick up as well.
Yes, I do. So, both of that sugar is exceptionally expensive. Sugar is about, for a pound of it's 12 copper pieces. So a bunch of sugar cubes, let's say like half a pound, press would probably be about 6 copper pieces. So like a half a pound, or basically a bag of sugar cubes.
Okay. Any well, let me ask you this, Scylan. I need something. So back home we would use sugar cubes to train the animals because they like that the sweet taste to it. Anything like that that's a little less expensive I can use to help train up potentially a coyote. Also the pig as well.
Well, the pigs do eat just about anything. And she says, "Do you mean like an actual pig or like a Westerner pig?"
Like a Westerner pig. Western pig.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
We always use sugar cubes, but that's a little. I don't want Garen getting too upset with me with what I'm spending. So.
Well, it depends on the pig. She says they're they have some pigs don't even like sugar, from what I heard. But every pig is different. It's like everybody's different. But she would say if you're trying to train some kind of a dog, maybe going to the butcher shop and getting maybe some bones, something like that, or some really cheap bones might be more cost effective than getting sugar.
Good idea.
You.
Good idea. That's actually a good idea. Hey, Gon, is there anything else you could think of with the little ideas that we had? I'm assuming you were walking into the merchant with me.
I mean, it's like a bazaar in the center of town, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking down as just a stern look. Do you have a net?
Yes, like a fishing net.
That would do.
Yes, I do. Let me check. It'd be about 10 copper pieces.
Good to know.
Do you know it?
That is all.
No. And she says, the fish here are this is a fisherman's dream here. With the water coming down from the mountains, you can get some pretty large fish here. I heard the salmon here, particularly, very popular, very plentiful. I know birds are. She looked at you and nods.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Well, that'll be all.
That is. I appreciate the help. Thank you very much.
All right.
And hi, sister. And it bows to her again.
And she writes you an invoice for the goods that you received to hand to Garen. I mean, you definitely know how that works. That's basically like as a farmer, that's basic stuff. So it was 10 copper pieces for the feed for 10 days after that. That was what you purchased. So she gave you an invoice for that.
Perfect. And then I just head over to the butcher and not take up too much time. Just ask for like a small bag of a small bag of like the round pork bones or
like feet and things like
round
that.
Beef bones, something that has a little bit of the marrow inside.
Like hooves and things, like something that's not gonna really sell very.
Chitterlings, the chitlins. We need the guts, the organs that are inedible.
Right. Yeah. 100%. He would give you a bag of, or let's say, you can get, let's say 10 cow hooves for about 2 copper pieces. You know that for human consumption, for 2 copper for 10 of them. You know, for these are really unedible for human consumption. Outside of maybe like a stew, where it's just kind of flavoring for a coyote or a beast, let's use your animal handler, this things. For like a dog kind of animal, they would just gnaw on whatever's left as like something to not only to keep them busy, but also to as like a reward thing.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll hand them the copper pieces and throw the sling kind of in my back pocket. The little bag, one of the bags of feed on one shoulder. Actually, I should have asked this before. Would there have been a chance I should have had a small cart that I could have been?
I would 100% assume that you were using the wheelbarrow. That is there.
Perfect. So then, throw it in the wheelbarrow and start. All right. Well, I got what I need. Is there anything else? Anything else you need, Gon, while we're here, or do we want to start heading back and scoping out the area for these coyotes? It's going to be about an hour walk back to the farm. So,
what time is it?
It's relatively early in the morning. I say because you woke up early, and obviously the farmer, Alistair, definitely wakes up at the crack of dawn. So I'll say right now it's been like 7:30.
Okay, I have some time. I want to get a lay of the land. The things that I need, I can salvage and forage for. But I will need to check back in for my job at some point.
Okay. Well, what time do you think that? We can keep track by the sun. Not a big deal.
I'll say lunchtime, midday.
Lunch. Okay.
As long as
Well, it's
they're just happy with the output, it's not like I have to clock in or anything.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
Then yeah, let's
It's a fair assumption.
let's start heading back. I can at least introduce you to Garen, and we can kind of go start scoping it out.
Grunt of approval.
All right,
Yeah, well-
and while you guys do that, we have a new player has entered the battle. That being said, so you have to tell us your name because holy. But
Not hard.
okay. So as you were convicted of your crime, of course. You were on the prison boat traveling here. You were on the boat behind the two got gone and Alistair. So let's see how your travel went. See what happened to you in your journey. This is kind of a danger roll here, or an encounter roll, really. Your first day of travel was horrible. You got hit by what is essentially a Category 4 hurricane along the way here, and by the grace of the fallen god, you survived and no one died. Though it caused a massive stir and massive damage to your ship, let me throw you a little bit off course. So the day after that, nothing else happened. But because you were thrown off course on the first day, you need to roll another one to make sure you actually do get there. That pushes your time back a little bit further. Okay. So, on the third day of travel, you were attacked by pirates. Now, give me a D20 and call high or low.
Let's go low. Yes.
All right. So, as you guys were attacking as you were attacked, half the party or half the prisoners were captured. The only reason why you and the rest of the crew made it was because of a daring move by your captain, and then it caused catastrophic damage to your ship, which caused you to be lost at sea. So you are now essentially on a dinghy boat with the captain, and roll a d4.
Dang, Captain's a G.
And then roll me another d4.
How's he not the hero of this story?
Can I just be him? Like,
So the captain saved 2 members of his crew and 3 members of the prisoners there too. So this puts you guys essentially from 1 day of travel because of your boat size and just the how good your boat is to now 2 days. So you guys are now 2 days out. Roll me another. You have. Let's see how many days of rations you have. Okay, 0. Okay, not bad. So, and you guys managed to steal enough rations to where you guys could comfortably survive on sea for 5 days. Give me another D20. Give me a D20. Give me a D20. Okay. You had nothing happened as you guys move closer. Give me one more D20 and you should get there. All right. So, as you were traveling, you know that Category 4 hurricane?
oh God.
It finally caught up to your other boat. And now this
The
was
dinghy?
The dinghy, yes. And as this boat is way less sturdy than the other one, roll me a D20 called high or low.
Unagi might not get to the island.
Yeah,
ever.
Unagi's not even gonna make it.
She might not make it for real.
Hi. Oh shit.
Right. The boat shatters. And let's see here. Call high or low one more time.
I'm
D20.
gonna go high again.
Okay.
What?
All right. Everyone except you perish. And you wind up on the shore, nearly dead. 5 days later than what you were. So you, by the grace of whatever gods and things you may serve, wind up dead on the beach. And you are taken to the Temple of Three, which is ran by the Westerners, to see if you can recover. And after several days, and also probably where you got that scurvy from lack of fucking nutrients, you indeed wake up. You had one of the hardest days of traveling to get here that has ever been imagined. That being said, because you did spend time at the Temple of Three, I will ask you this: how would have you interacted with these kind of religious fellows? So the Temple of Three are the clergy that worships the fallen god. They believe in collecting these shards of power that are sprawled all the way across Dithra, that are the pieces of this fallen god. They think that by collecting them all, that they will bring him back to life. They're not the most preachy, but they're definitely not preachy. So that being said, you were rescued by them essentially. Would you treat them good, poorly, terribly, not very well, neutral? How would you have treated them on your with your, I'd say, 3 days there of recovery?
Treated them badly. She would have been very. She would kind of be like a deer, like standoffish but curious, but not really talking. Kind of acting very timid.
Okay. All right. Well then, you can write on your sheet now, somewhere in the margins, that you have a pretty a neutral relationship with the Church of the Temple of Three, and also as well too, you know that you know some of the clergy there. You know that one of the high priest's name is Aiden. So I'll put it in the chat. High priest Aiden runs the Temple of Three, and he kind of manages there. You know that the Temple of Three is actually beautiful. Let me describe what the building looks like. That's have a full description of that in a second here. So the temple itself is a grand building, imposing, filled with marble and adorned with intricate carvings, and designed with golden decorations. Is the place of worship and devotion, where followers of the fallen gods come to pray and offer their offerings. At the heart of the temple is a massive altar where those give their separate altings and also hold various rituals. This place is filled with a variety of candles and night lights as well too that seem very eerie. And this place has a very esoteric kind of feel to it. And yes, you know the story of how they seek their god, the shards to protect their god. So you, luckily, are not considered a prisoner because you didn't arrive on a prisoner ship. So would you have revealed this, or would you have kept this to your chest? Because as it stands now, they would just think you just were some kind of person that washed up aboard. They definitely wouldn't think that you're a prisoner, at least initially.
No, she's not gonna say that.
Okay, all right. So this is the thing with the prison brand. You can cover it up. They're not looking for it. They just would have nursed her to hell. I'm saying what she'd have told them too. Also being a female as well too, they're not really gonna try to search her body like that. They would have tried to respect her physical boundaries and such. Disintegrated wholly. She has clothes. This is not like fucking anime.
Well, they're the prisoner clothes that we were in that were
Hey,
piss and shit stained.
Well, hers were flowery.
mine are clean.
Yeah, it's flowery layer. So whatever
That's
clothes she
why I
had.
have flowery clothes and
Because she got
perfume.
sent through the spin cycle.
Also as well too, they would have replaced her clothes well too. That's to be fair too. Though you don't know if they know that you're a prisoner. I mean, like they probably assume that, but like I said, you ended up sure you're just a random person. You're not sure if anybody else knows. People treat prisoners very differently. So you would have like commoners' clothes, not prisoners' clothes, because they would have definitely changed their clothes because they would have been ripped and torn from the variety of bandit attacks and 2 hurricanes that you survived. So he does have a point there. So, that being said, after the 3rd day, you being fully recovered, they would have nodded to you and they would have say, we have done our part and definitely kept with the spirit of the fallen god, but it seems like you're able to be a able to survive for your own. So we must indeed let you fly. Unless you are willing to join and serve the temple, we wish you the best on your way. And they would hand you, because you obviously lost your rations, they would hand you 2 days worth of rations, and they would have handed you a club, which is a D6, to protect yourself. And they would let you on their way unless you're trying to take up their offer of joining the Temple of Three.
No, she is not.
Okay.
She'll politely thank them.
Okay.
And walk out.
All right. You're in this massive city here. Massive, really large city. You know that this place wasn't even a place about 10, 15 years ago, but from sheer opportunity and money being thrown in this place from various different countries, this place has become a small epicenter of just massive capitalism. This place here is definitely near gold and has a variety of other markets kind of going for it. You know that, and you would be like right here.
You got to move this over to the map.
Yes, I
yeah,
do.
we're looking at a thing.
I forgot. Yes, different. Yes. So you would be right here. That symbol right here. So this place has a variety of everything that you can kind of imagine a standard kind of medieval kind of town would have. Where would you go? You don't have any money per se, but you do have some food and a weapon. But it won't last forever.
I think first when she comes out, she's gonna see the cat's purse and she's going to go window shop.
Okay. As you
Even though
go
she doesn't have money.
Makes sense. Well, you don't look like a prisoner, so they would have let you enter. Because if you look like a prisoner, they wouldn't have let you enter at all. But you go over to the cat's purse. There is 2 large guards there. They're both Southerners, and they see you. You look like a regular person, so they let you in and smile at you and nod. Behind the desk of this, you see that there is a Easterner here. This is a short woman. She's like 4'11", about maybe like 100 pounds, 96 pounds. She's covered in tattoos on both arms. Wears like kind of like a sleeveless tunic, and she smiles and waves at you. She smells of the sea, and she says, "Good morning. This is the cat's purse. How may I assist you?" Her name's Isabella. She extends her hand to you.
She'll shake it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna kind of look around. Kind of like she's lost, I guess. Just be like, oh, I was just browsing. These gems over here really catch the light and the sun, and they just kind of drew me in. I'm not really looking for anything. I'm just kind of browsing.
So,
gonna be like,
are you browsing to buy things, or are you browsing for something else? And she looks at you strangely. So you know that Easterners tend to have, at least in their culture, be very very efficient and very kind of have a very kind of we do this to get to this kind of very direct. So lackadaisical wandering isn't the best trait that Easterners are known for. They don't really respect it in their culture. You being an Easterner, you know this.
Yeah. Oh, she's still gonna do it.
Okay.
And she's gonna add like a flavor of being confused and just be like, I'm so sorry. Like, it was a long trip. I don't know what happened. I guess I need to find a job somewhere and make some money. Is there any place around here that does that?
Well, it depends on what you can do exactly. What are you good at?
Well, I'm good at cutting lumber and hauling heavy things, and
She looks at you and says, well, if you're trying to be a day laborer, you should go see the farmers out there. Every single newcomer like you, they definitely just go there mostly to, be a day laborer. If you're looking for more skilled work, then we have it here. We have variety of taverns and in a variety of guilds and inns and things like that you could attempt to either maybe kind of form a trade or form an apprenticeship with somebody under their business, if you have the skill to do so, intention to do so. She looked at you.
I mean, is there any like trading venues around here, or
To get
I mean,
here,
I'm really good at pricing.
to get here, you cross through a bazaar in the center of the village. So yeah, there's a massive stall. She kind of says, yes, outside there is a relatively large bazaar here. Though they're relatively small, most of these people can barely cover the taxes here. They might not be able to take on, anyone else. They're typically more family oriented, but I don't know. She looked at you and she says, roll a charisma check.
She looks to you and says that.
I was like, okay.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh God, I didn't have my D20 on me.
I lost it. I lost
my
it in the
God,
hurricanes. I'm sorry. I literally need another one.
With a 17, she looks at you and he says, I don't do these for non-Easterners, but dude, I can. All right, she says, well, there's been some riffraff kind of running about here. And to be quite honest, I could use another guard for now, especially at night. I get a fair bit of customers at night, at least right before nighttime. So I'd see how you do if you just join the guards out front and see if you can at least use that stick on your side. And it's not just for show. She looks at you.
Sounds wonderful.
And says, okay, when can you start? She looked at you strangely, like, when can you start? Like now?
No.
Oh, okay. She nods and says, okay, well, this here pays about 4 copper, not gold, good lord, 4 copper a day. It's a 6-day-a-week job, so 7 days in the week is 6 days. So you work 6 days out of the week. On Sunday we're closed, but you still have to at least check in there. But you don't have to be there the entire day. And we'll see how you do in a week. Make sure that no riffraff comes in. If they don't look like they have money, don't let them in. And it looks sketchy, don't let them in. I don't have any friends that are associates of mine. If they say they're my friends, specifically don't let them in. If they're below the ages of 13, don't let them in. And she leans in close and says, if they're Westerners, don't let them in either. To be quite honest with you, they're a little weird. They talk to pigs. I don't trust it. It's some very spooky things. I don't think they might try to curse me or something. So no Westerners either, but no one knows that. And then she says, well, she hands you, looks to be a tunic. This tunic here is like kind of a big, kind of hardier tunic. And it looks like, as you notice here, every worker here has a gray black tunic. So she would hand you, says, this is the uniform. Enjoy. And stand out front and do your job. So do you go out there and join with the other 2 guards?
Just gonna go stand out there. She's
Right.
not even gonna say anything to them. She's just gonna walk out and act like she's supposed to be there, and she's been there the whole time.
All right. So now that's out of the way. What do you look like, and how do you pronounce your name? let's go there. Because he didn't ask for your name. She doesn't really care, but
So her name is Unagi.
okay.
Unagi.
Okay, that'll work. And how does she look?
Okay, hold on. Let me pull my picture back up here.
Okay.
So she's a little shorter. She's very skinny and clearly malnourished from her trip here.
Makes sense.
She's got long black hair that she wears back in like a loose ponytail kind of thing.
Okay.
She's got kind of like a coppery islandish skin complexion,
Okay.
but it's a little more yellow because scurvy's a bitch.
Janice. Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, scurvy, Janice, get all of them. Fuck it. This is what it is. All right. Okay. Any other defining traits you may have?
She's got like this really sweet looking face, she's kind of baby faced, and she's got like these doe eyes. But every once in a while, when she loses her temper, she's got doe eyes, but she's got a very mean, resting bitch face. So it's weird for her.
Right. So
I think I dated that person before.
like, wait.
You're right. I hacked into his old.
Like Amanda? Hold on, wait a second.
That bitch, I remember.
Yeah. Like fucking Amanda.
That bitch.
Yes.
That wouldn't have given her a resting bitch face, Val. Come on now.
It depends on what kind of party we're talking about, big fella. But okay,
Well,
so you are guard here, you're guarding here, and after about 10 minutes, they would say, "Oh, so you must have joined Isabella's gang here." And you would see that these two Southerns here, that's kind of different. Most Easterners kind of stick together, a really kind of tribalistic thing. So to have no other Easterners kind of work here would stand out to you specifically. These two men here are Southerners, and they would say their names are. Hold on, 1 second.
That's a good name.
Hold on.
It is. I got a list. I have a list, guys. Shifu is one. Hold on, putting in chat.
Sifu, the
Is this Kung Fu Panda? Is this Kung Fu Panda?
He does not randomly die and get older and come back in a different and fight people. He doesn't do that. And the other is Salim. Salim. How did I say Salam? Salim.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum?
No, just Salim. And Sifu and Salim.
The
both
Salim
Southerners.
have a curved blade.
Hey, he does. He actually does. Hey, we'll take it.
It curves to the left.
I was talking about that blade.
That's the different sword. Hold on now. I was like, hold on. Well, the blacksmith said, it doesn't matter the size of the sword. It matters the skill of the swordsman. So,
Hey, anybody can call it a pocket sword, right?
It depends on what kind of pocket you're trying to put it in, big fella. That being said, both of them have locks, relatively short though, tied up in a kind of a top bun here, and they look at you and he says, well, be careful. Those damn vipers out there, the damn drug den, attracting all this damn danger. Addicts everywhere, especially at night. She looked at you and they look at you and said, be careful, because they're a lot of these addicts are trying to come here and rob us. I mean, we caught this week 7 this week.
Caution's my middle name.
Just be careful. The girls don't really care what you do with them. A lot of them are, bastards. No home, no father, no mother. Just do what you gotta do. I personally don't kill them, but I don't. If you want to kill them, it doesn't matter to me. Above table, you guys are watching as well too. So most thieves, very rarely are above the age of 18 because most of them die before that. So thieves here, especially in this kind of context, in this place here, most of them are, anywhere from 8 to 14. But that is the world that this place lives in. This is a very dark, dangerous place. There are no child safety laws here. So you would know that just as the person that's kind of most bandits are. And you'd be kind of assigned there. And they would give you, hold on, big fella, hold on. If you're gonna be kind of thin and guard, you have to look like something. And they would hand you an old shield.
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, this is This shield is one slot. It's one quality, and it's a really shitty shield, but it does fit the bill. If you try to sell this shield, it's about you sell for about 20 gold pieces, copper pieces.
Damn D&D's gold system just sticking in your head.
All the time, dude.
Like you
All right.
can't get away.
So I'll let you sit there for a bit while you are sitting there. Make sure that no banditry happens there. But we're gonna cut to Gon, and now Alistair here going back to the farm, Garen's farm. And as you are heading back, give me a D20.
You want to roll it? You want me to?
I got it.
Cool.
I don't know if a 9's good, but I got it.
Okay. Okay.
The coyotes attack. Fuck.
All right.
Y'all are gonna die before I ever meet you.
No, they're not gonna die before they meet you. Come on, that would. So as you guys are traveling, you see that there is smoke coming from the farm. Like not normal smoke, like not like a campfire, but like black smoke.
You see
You're about
smoke
to-
on the horizon? Is that the farm?
That looks like the farm.
Then we should make haste.
I agree.
Starts lightly
And- yeah.
jogging.
All right.
And
Skyrim running.
I'm struggling pushing the
Yeah, he's like this-
wheelbarrow with
I
the
would,
feet.
yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
Come
So that's the thing about it. Unless God helps you with the barrel.
I'll help.
Yes. If you don't, you get a light
Gon's-
dogging. That's
Gon's
CP.
big and hardy.
Yeah, if you're a northerner, you're a big motherfucker. So with both of you guys, you definitely can push it at a brisk pace. Let me go there. And as you guys rush there, this is what you see. It's like as you guys kind of run up the road here and kind of turn, go through the crossing on the side of the road. There, you see this. You see the forest around the farm kind of getting thin. As you get to the clearing of the farm, this is what you see. Give you a little better description here. Let me move you over. You see that they're not coyotes, but there are goblins here.
Oh
There are
shit.
goblins rushing through the forest here to try to steal as much produce and animals as they can here. There are some coming from the north, and there are some coming from the east over here. There's a couple of farmers over here that have pitchforks and things like that, but they definitely they're definitely warriors for damn sure. But average people here, all the goblins that you see have really rusty looking shivs, which are equivalent to daggers or something like that. Or probably just like shivs, so probably like a D4. Some of them have a couple slings here and there. You definitely see that they have definitely killed a few animals here. Let's see, I'll roll for how many they've killed. They've killed 4 goats, 3 cows, and they're loading up the produce they can while you see Garen is trying to defend. Should be here actually. Garen is standing in front of the corpse of 2 goblins over here, defending his wife and his family from goblin raiders.
Are these war cans? Can you zoom? Can we look at these goblins? I'm assuming
Yes,
it's
I
these
can.
guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh.
So goblins are not these like really strongly thin you kind of see. They look almost like deep gnomes if you come from a deep thing. They're about 4 feet tall, about 60 to 80 pounds. They're actually quite strong for their size. Very quick and light. They prefer to use a quick blade or a sling, and they're known for being deranged creatures, having as much in common with humans as a dog. They are not considered sentient creatures, but creatures of malice and destruction. What would you guys like to do?
Do I see the pig anywhere? What was his name? Denise?
Yeah, Dennis is right beside Garen. His tusk are bloody. You see that there's kind of a large gash in his side over here. You see that he's definitely guarding the main house here with Jasmine and his family.
Okay. That's a good thing. Okay. I'm gonna take the shepherd staff to you, Gaunt, and I think you'd be better with this, and I'm gonna hand it out to you.
So what's
Hold the sling at it.
Yeah, he'll grab it.
Shepherd. It's
lay
a
low.
Yeah, it's a 1d6
Okay.
weapon.
He's like, I think we leave them, to be perfectly honest. This is not my battle. But he looks to the people. I'm assuming they're screaming. There's a little kid.
Yeah, like
fucked up.
yeah. I mean, yeah. So in most farms, like people that work on the farms have their family there too, because they live there.
Yeah.
So you see the bodies of a lot of animals over here. So I haven't rolled who actually would have died yet. So let me do that if I'm in with that. So, give me a D20. Call high or low.
One moment. We're gonna call high.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll here. This is how many people that you see are definitely either dead or look like they're on the way out. So you see that there is one person here with a large kind of gashing wound across their gut where their stomach is, and they are over here. So probably was a farmer over here that was kind of coming from the forest, and he was getting some wood, and he got. I put his corpse here.
But this farm looks pretty rich. I think we can make some money. I have a plan. I say we draw them out. I lay low. And he gestures over here to the right where this, whatever the structure is.
Yeah, it's a granary.
I'm going to creep up over there. He's just telling this to Alistair. I creep up. You draw them out with your sling. And as they pass by, I'll see if I can cut one of their throats. And we get a surprise attack, at least on one of them, thin their numbers. And
You're talking over here?
Yeah. Either way, whatever is not in line of sight. I mean, it could be just right here. I'm assuming they can't see through it. Is it?
No. Like it is a full on. Like I don't want to put that in a light, but like yeah, this area over here is full on walled, so they can't see through it.
So I'm thinking he posts up right here on this corner, readying an attack or whatever.
Sorry, I'm not seeing your ping. That's the only reason I'm assuming like
right here. Oh,
okay.
It doesn't help that the color is straight up green. Let me get a better color. So
Gon,
I know. Gon gets here to the back to the wall. You draw them out with an attack. As they run by, take out one, and then I'll disengage at that point, and then we just gotta kite them at least, and maybe we can turn the tide. But if we can get one real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this like this, right? So I'm gonna roll initiative, like she's not in combat yet, but just to say like what people are doing. It's not gonna be until actual combat breaks out, like a double turn. It's gonna be like what you're doing, what they're doing, kind of thing. Kind of.
How do we roll initiative in here?
Is there a button? It's not a button. It just like roll a d4. It's a d4.
D6, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a group initiative.
Yeah. So someone roll me a d6. And decide who go first.
You can go for a jab and rolling.
I got a 5.
All right, that means you go first. I believe.
That sounds like a good plan to me, and I'll sort of just. I guess are we in the open right here, or are we still concealed technically? I mean, from the map, it looks like we're in the open.
Okay, so the road to the road kind of like is here. So you're like, as soon as like the forest clears, you're on the edge of it. So they don't notice you yet. You're on the edge of it. So you're not concealed to these guys up top.
Okay. So then I guess I would just say, God, why don't we do that same plan, but try to do it like on this corner, have you come out on this corner. But like
that's fine. Either way.
You kind of hook around through the trees as I come down the lane, right? to try to get somewhat out of line of sight, or at least make it look like you're running off through the trees, and get on this side and try to draw them around the house this way. Does that make sense?
How are you going to draw them out from there, from that angle? Just shout?
Well,
Like
I think it would give you the opportunity on either side. I mean, or you could post up this corner so that way if they could come around here, and I'll just stand.
Well, that's what
like,
I'm thinking.
back.
Like, I'm in this corner. You show up, ping this guy. They run out. I take one. Otherwise, if we're from this angle, I don't know how we're going to draw them out.
All right.
I guess then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, the guys up top are going to be a problem either way.
Either way, yeah. So what I would say is it's almost like split. Like have you go here, and I'm gonna sort of cut up here, so I can almost try to use this house as some cover for me. At the same time, so then I can looks like I'm gonna would run out this way, towards them to draw them around the corner to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think
then,
you have the range. It's like quadruple your range with the sling.
Well, it is, but if it's the idea is to draw them out and then get up to them, right?
No, I don't want to
For
be out
me?
there alone, and then you can't
Got
get
it.
close
Okay.
and give me any kind of cover. I'm just going to get murdered.
Then I'm gonna come.
You got to stay in range.
I'm gonna follow in behind you, and then what I'll do is basically come from the house up this way to get them to come around, so that way I'm still in range.
Yeah, you smack them
There you
with your sling and then book it back that
Yep.
way. I think we're going to have to fight on the run.
Yeah. So I would say we'll start moving towards that house is what
Yeah.
I would assume, right? So 40 feet or however far we get to
40
move.
feet. 40 feet.
Did my token break on
I'm
me
just
again?
going to, I mean, we'll have to dash,
I'm not
probably.
sure why it keeps breaking. Cause just drop on the token where you're right there. Where
Yep.
you're at. I'm not sure why it does that. It's so weird.
Or take the action for an additional move or whatever to get into position.
Yeah. You can
Yeah, I would
dash.
say the double action to run. That's 80 for me, so I'll be just tucked in right there with him.
Yep. Like,
Okay. All right. So I'll roll some morale checks here. Let's see. Hold on. Down bottom. Let's see here. Okay, this guy here hearing the sounds of, he's like, goblins! And he's gonna run. He's gonna say, city boys, and protect Garen. He's gonna run over here, rush over to Garen over here to try to protect the kids and the children. This guy over here is pretty terrified over here, so he's gonna run to where Garen is as well. He's definitely not gonna try to fight these guys. He's like, fuck this. This guy has a 4 as well. This lady has a 4. She rushes over and says, "Oh my god!" And she rushes over, and she would actually go in the house with Jasmine and kids. And this guy here rolled a 16. He says, "Fuck that shit. He's gonna give it to you." He is going to. He's not. See, he's gonna move here. And he has a pitchfork. He's gonna ready his action to stab someone that enters his range. This guy over here is out of his house. Morale checks. Yeah, these guys want to smoke. These guys are gonna hop out the house over here too. This guy's gonna ready in action. This chick over here, he has a kitchen knife, so that's like a D6, a D4. She has a table chair leg, so a D4. She is going to ready her action as well, and yeah, she is also going to be here as well. And she has the other table leg chair, and the leg of the chair as well too, kind of sharp D4 as well. She's readying her action. Garen over here is also going to ready an action to protect anyone that actually would approach. And now that would definitely now officially go into combat. So let's see here. So upon hearing this as well too, you guys hear ruffling coming from up top over here, and you would see
reinforcements.
You would see. Hold on a second. some more goblins would rush out of the forest over here smiling. It's time, boys! Now we got him in a pincer. And these guys are yelling, and also in the world everyone speaks. Goblins speak common. This is kind of the southern tongue here, the one that are here. So they kind of snicker and smile as they begin to rebel from their actually plan. And now we're in actually official initiative here, guys. So I need for somebody to roll a d6 for the real initiative now.
We can just let Kathleen roll it all.
Yeah.
Since she's just sitting there. Kathleen, you're rolling our d6.
You can roll some
Heads.
dice.
Yeah, roll it.
Just one?
Our hands
Yeah.
are in your feet.
Yep.
One.
Our feet are in your hands.
Don't roll less than.
Our hands are in your face.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. All right.
You're welcome.
All right, there you go. It's your turn.
All right, so knowing the plan, then I'm going to run. Pick up a rock from right next to the house.
I mean, you just have rocks. I just assume you have them.
Yeah. And then we'll run to here. Let me double check that was the 40 feet from this guy. Okay, so I would have run to here. And then I'm gonna chuck with the sling a rock at this goblin right there.
D20. Plus your wisdom. There you go.
11?
Oh, 11. Hold on. Hits.
Damn.
Roll your D4.
Woo! 4 damage.
Cracked
As you
him.
smack him for 4 damage, hitting him square in the chest.
About as hard as our DM hit his microphone.
Yeah.
Wow,
I was wondering
guys.
what the hell happened.
So it's like,
So
woo!
I tapped it and I fucking knocked my mic down. But you hit this guy square in the chest, and his chest kind of crumpled. You see a large kind of almost like crack where this rock kind of hit him. He still is hanging on barely to dear life, but he looks at you grinning. You think he's ready to end your career?
How'd you like that? Come and get me! And then I'm gonna take off running for my last
Sit it
25
was.
feet.
How'd you like
that
them
way.
apples?
Right.
Nice. Gon simply is just gonna at this corner, his back against the wall, and he's got the quarterstaff just readied just to wallop the shit out of this guy. Anyone runs through him.
Hit it with old wallop over
Yep.
there. Fair enough. I'm gonna roll some morale checks because shit is real. Seeing more enemies here. I'm gonna roll 5 for the 4 for the ones down here. Here we go. 2. Okay. She decided she is not with the shits at all.
This table leg doesn't work. It's from a side table that's 2 feet tall. That's a
She
toothpick.
rushes inside of this building over here with Jasmine and the kids as well. This guy over here looks at Gon and says, "Thanks for the help, brother." And he's gonna go over here. That's gonna ready an action as well too. He says, "I am with the shits as well." This guy over here, he says he's ready. Moves over here, ready in action. And she is not with it at all. She's rushing the house over here. She's just city girls. Runs over here. These guys over top over here. He's top. I'm gonna roll 2 morale checks for the 2. Garrett's gonna stay because this is his farm. He ain't scared of ghosts. This guy over here is kind of scared.
Who's this guy? It looks like Delroy Lindo.
That's Garrett, man. He's old, bro. His blonde hair is faded. That's Garrett right here. His old blonde hair is kind of faded. He's old, man. He's old. This guy over here is kind of shaking in his boots. This guy's as well too. But being women and children inside his house here, being trying to defend it because their family's in there. All right. And so they all ready actions to hit anybody they can kind of see. They don't have any ranged weapons here. And with that, we're gonna go over to them. So, top to bottom, left to right over here. So this guy over here is going to rush over. After killing that, seeing potential slaves, or he's just gonna run for show. Hold on. Sorry. Here. Dash. I call dibs. All right. He rushes over. This guy over here. Rushes over. This guy over here also rushes over as well. Smiling. This guy over here rushed over as well. I'll go to like a fish as well. He would have rushed here. This guy's gonna ready to attack with his pitchfork. Gonna throw the hit.
Get it.
Take him out. Missing widely is the goblin's gonna attempt to shake him prison style with his shiv. He does. D4.
Oh.
And as he rushes over and he attempts to stab with his pitchfork, the goblin rolls, and as he gets too far, he leaps up and stabs him right in the jugular and rips it out. And this guy perishes, blood bleeding from his jugular. And this goblin here is dancing and prancing. And then he finishes his movement over here, triggering another opportunity attack from this guy here. Let's see if this guy can hit. He does not. And he ends his turn there. This guy over here is going to rush over here. This guy's dead. And he's going to go for a stab. That misses. This guy's going to rush over as well. He's going to dash over here. As he dashes over, Garen actually has a sword. And he is going to attempt to stab this guy in the face. So that hits. Okay. And as this goblin over here rushes over to try to get Garen, Garen slashes his throat as he drops, touching his throat as well. This
Hell
guy
yeah.
here. All right.
Get it, Garen. Get it.
All right. He said, "Listen, my main little punks over here. This goblin over here getting shot is pissed. He's gonna rush over here. All right. Do you want to attack this guy, Gon? Do you want the other guy to attack first?
Yeah, I'll attack this guy. We'll hit
Alright,
him with
give
the
me-
staff.
Give me a chop of freedom. That hits.
Hit him with
Awesome.
that. Boom.
Bam! And how do you do it, man?
You see him, his back against the wall. He's kind of calm and cool, used to battle. So he waits, and at the corner of his eye, he sees the shadow of the goblin and just swings for the fences. Grinds down, steps into it like a Louisville slugger, and just cracks.
Of that Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah,
hit,
just
dude.
whack.
Hit him with that Ken Griffey Jr.
He's got the
Woo!
follow through. He's got the hip twisting. Just yeah,
Damn.
he's done.
The
Mama,
whack.
that man is out of here. All right, this guy over here seeing his friend die. He says, he wasn't even that good anyway. Bigger cut for me. This guy rushes over here. He would move over here. This guy over here says, hold on.
Delroy Lindo with the pitchfork.
All right.
What's that?
He comes in. Woo! Oh yeah, with the pitchfork.
Woody, baby.
He sees you hit. He's like, not in my city. Wham! And let's see how much damage he does. He said, listen, he's a bad man. And just enough. As this guy steps over the dead corpse, he trips and he stabs him right through the eye socket with the pitchfork, slamming him against the side of the house as he perishes. And this guy over here, seeing this, is gonna roll a fucking morale check. Because he's like, holy. No, he's out of here. He said, city boys. He runs into the forest. Running away. And with that, we're gonna roll another. Kathleen, give us another d6. See if it's double time.
Double it up. No.
Oh, rubs their hands together. It's goblin time. All right. This guy over here.
So sorry.
You gotta say sorry to Garen. His family.
Yeah.
Hey, Gon, we might inherit a farm real damn quick.
There you go. This guy over here is going to attack this guy here. So Goblin's going to attack. Here we go. D20. All right. No mas. This guy right here is going to attack this guy here. All right. D20. Oh, yeah. 2d4. He has a chance.
Double
But it's a
one.
small chance. No, as you see this guy over here, seeing his friends perish, he turns and says, "You're next." And you see him kick him in the shin, and as he bends down, he sticks the shiv right underneath his fucking chin, and he rips it out.
Oof.
Ooh.
And this guy perishes with his nose where his brain is. He's not having a good day. Okay. This guy here steps up to help with the homies, and this guy over here rushes forward. All right. Flanking. This is at advantage. 2d20. Both of those hit. He's gonna roll with his shiv. Get that d4 going. Cutting with a light cut across his armor, but still a cut nonetheless. It cuts deep across the leg, but Garen does move quick enough that it isn't a serious wound. All right, this guy over here, and then after that, he's gonna move over here. This guy's going to move here, and is also gonna get advantage attack as well. He hits as well. This guy's gonna go with a d4. Striking right near that same leg and the wounded spot with a light cut there, extending the damage, but Garen still hangs on. Garen, if you guys notice, he's definitely seen some combat. He's definitely seen some definitely battle, whether that's be from just being lived this long, whatever. But he's definitely seen some stuff here. This I think all this well rushes over here as well, and he's also going to attack as well with advantage. That does not hit, as Garen sidesteps over here, and with that, it is now your guys' turn. What shall you do?
Go ahead, Gon. Start it off.
Yeah, Gon.
Hey, these farmers look at you and says, "Man, we gotta save Garen."
I agree. Let's go. Gon will basically just book it, beeline it here. As he's doing it, he's just full on sprinting. He's got the quarterstaff gripped in one hand. As he's running, he pulls the dagger from his belt from behind him and hucks it. We'll just throw it to this guy here.
All right, you can get thrown.
Some ninja stuff. As he's coming, you see a flash of light as an iron dagger goes
That
out.
hits. Some damage.
2 damage.
As you strike, the damage lands right in the back of the thigh. It's sticking out. It is bleeding, but this guy is still alive. But he looks seriously injured. This guy over here seeing you, but it says, "Hold on. I'm coming up there too. I'm bringing the pain." He rushes up over here, dashing. "Garen, I got him." And he moves over here. All right, Alistair, you cut your roll.
I will sort of keep a little bit of distance just to make him kind of go wonky and get an angle, and start spinning the sling, and that same one right here in the middle.
Okay.
He boom and flips this rock at him.
Okay.
Ooh.
That hits. Give me some deeps.
Damn.
How do you do it? He's out of here.
Gets it lined up, comes right up over the dude's shoulder, hits him right in the base of the skull, and you just, with a sickening crack, you see his head fall back.
I imagine the
Runs
dagger
down in
hits
front of
him. He turns to the side like, oh, and as he realizes, cracked in the head. Just one,
All
two.
right. This guy over here rushes over here. Da-da, and he dashes here. He says, "My wife's in there." Not on my life. And you see this guy rushes over. He's got some actually move here. Garen is going to move here. And he is going to fuck with this guy here and go for an attack. His advantage. That misses.
Not today, Garen.
Not today. All right, that being said, Kathleen, roll a d6. Bring it home, Seabass. They need some help. No moth. It's goblin time. These goblins over here rush over. Moving here. And goes for a death strike on Garen as he's bleeding, and they like to gangbang. Pause.
What?
Pause.
Pause.
Figured out exactly the words as it was coming out of his mouth. Pause.
Ooh, that looks like a miss.
That's a miss. That is a miss. And this guy will step back over here. This guy will step up over here, smiling,
Oh, they got the pain train going.
Yeah, for real.
Right?
They're fucking expert. That hits.
The word that you cut off is literally what they're doing right now.
Yes.
Pulling train.
That event is occurring right
yeah.
now.
It is going for a gangbang here. There you go. So striking for 2. And Garen, with these little nicks and stratus, have definitely, he's been hanging on. I'm not sure how. They're just not rolling that much damage, but he's hanging on. But Garen doesn't look that good. Another one comes up over here, and with advantage, goes for a strike. Missing. This guy over here on the other side of the spell will also attack Garen as well with advantage. Garen is like fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. Woo! Oh. Let's see if Garen's gonna survive this. This is a 2d4.
Double
1-1.
ones.
No.
And he fucking makes it. He's alive, just barely by the hair of his chinny chin chin.
Oh.
He's
Wow.
fucking alive as he gets him right below the liver, but just not there, and rips it out. Garen is bleeding profusely. He does not look very good.
It's our turn, right?
Yep.
The one that just stuck him hard, I will immediately reload the sling, start whipping it, and whip it at that one. So the one
Whipping
between them right there.
Give me a chop. That hits. How do you do it?
So just seeing it, and whips this thing out right through the temple. It hits it just enough with the sharp point of the rock, enters the temple, and explodes out the backside.
Nice. All right.
And then I will start actually running just to get a little bit more of an angle to there.
Okay, sounds good. And gone.
See, Gon at the same time running swiftly, ducks under as the rock cracks that one, slides in here, looks to Garen, looks down at the goblin and says, "Meet your death," and cracks him on the head with this quarterstaff, or at least
Advantage.
tries to.
That hits. They both hit. How do you do it?
As he looks down, he's like, "You have met your death." He just comes down. It's not even a whack. He takes it, drives the end into his throat, topples him over, and continues putting his weight on it until his windpipe is crushed.
And he just tries to fight back, clawing at your
just like,
legs, trying to get you, but he cannot as the wind leaves his body. His eyes gloss over, dying. These guys over here.
And then I have a little bit of movement. I'm gonna try to close the gap so he doesn't get.
All right. This guy over here is going to move here, right over here, and he is going to flank with his ally over here with you and say, all right, with his pitchfork. So I'm going to go for an advantage chop. That hits, D6. He strikes as he gets some right below the kidney, but just not enough to bring this guy home. Then he moves back. Garen's gonna move here with advantage. He's gonna attack this guy here with his long sword. That hits. And he literally kind of, as you hit him right here, this guy kind of sees that as this guy kind of collapses, surprising this guy here. He hits him in the back of the knee, cutting his leg off, and he just drops on the ground, dead, as he bleeds to death. Okay, he's got perishes, and then Garen would step here. This guy over here is going to move here, and he is going to, with advantage, to 20, that hits, D6, and this guy's still alive. And you see this goblin right here is definitely a little bit beefier than the goblins we've seen before. And with that, Kathleen, you know the drill, give me a D6. All right, you guys gonna go again.
Go again.
Bring it home, Seabass.
I felt like all of us at the same time, like coming down with a friggin' attack.
I mean,
just,
I don't think he can. That hits. I don't think he can make it out unless you guys just absolutely terrible. He's barely alive, but he's alive still. That hits, and he's dead. And first things first, with that, Gone and Alistair, you guys both gain 750 experience points.
Heck yeah. Can I go?
And with that, I will cut over now to, you know the drill, Uga. Wait, Unga?
Unaga.
Un. Just call her Un.
Un, okay. I'm gonna piss somebody off on Twitter with that. Un. All right, there you go.
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka.
So Easton is all ooga booga dudes now, huh? You might get canceled, dog. Where you work at? Cancel. You ain't going nowhere. Ooga boogas now, huh? You ain't have no job. There you go. So let's cut over to first things first. I have a brain for an Unga. Unga?
Unagi.
It's unagi. Like
I don't know why.
sushi.
I'm not sure why I'm putting a Unga in there. Unagi. Okay, cool. I got it. All right. So first things first, I didn't give you 50 experience points for actually securing actually a job, so you get that. Shout out to that. And as you are kind of being the guard here today, give me a D20. Let's see what happens on your guard duty.
No, I can't roll for so.
All right. Give me a intelligence check. Okay. So you see a very old woman. This woman here is a Westerner, really old. She's maybe like 60. Has on a really kind of nice looking cap and looks pretty well to do. Not like affluent, but definitely not poor either. So just above like commoner. She says, well, I'd like to go peruse some goods here. And as you see this woman here enter, you see that she has a very large bag. And as you get a closer inspection as she kind of enters the store, you see that she has, as a merchant yourself, you know, what some people call a kind of a thieves' purse, which is a very large bag designed to hide large quantities of good inside of it while also being very discreet. You know that only thieves have these purses. What do you do?
She, like, okay, is she in front of the door or is she just kind of like walking up? Or
She would have, your guardsmen, your fellow guardsmen would have just let her in because they thought she was just a customer. You notice as she enters that she has a thieves' purse.
she close enough that I can grab her?
Yes.
Okay, so she'll reach out and try to like grab the thieves' purse off of her.
All right, give me a strength check. And you, as you kind of say, she turns around and says, "What's going on?" And you grab the thieves' purse from her. And she says, "What is the meaning of this? Do you accost all of the customers here? Damn Easterners." She looks at you.
Her face will kind of like cross over and like her usually really sweet eyes kind of narrow, and she's gonna be like, "You and I both know what that bag is. You're not coming in."
She says, and you see the Sifu and Salim look. She says, "What is like? It looks like a bag. It's like a little bag."
She just holds up her hand. She's like, "Look, you can leave now, or we can make this a problem."
Roll me a charisma check at advantage. All right, with your 22 in charisma, she looks at you and she says, "Yes, I'm sorry. This must be the wrong place here. You could keep the bag, of course, for your troubles and okay, goodbye, bye." And she leaves, and you see the guardsman look at you and says, "Very good. What's inside the bag?"
I don't know. She'll open the bag and look at it, see if there's anything in there.
You find one. You gain 150 experience points.
Cool.
1, 2. Also as well, you find 15 copper pieces. And you also find as well, one second here. some actual tools and sets for me. Double check this. You find a crowbar, a chisel, and I'll put these in chat too. So you find a crowbar, you find a chisel, you find some chalk, some rope, and I would say you found like 3 pieces of chalk. Rope, and you also find as well a set of lockpicks. And you know, as a merchant, lockpicks are actually not easy to come by. Lockpicks are actually worth 100 copper pieces.
Damn, what a come up.
Jesus.
So you definitely think that as an old person in a profession that most people that are old, people don't make it to be old, she definitely was not a normal thief. And you think that if you didn't roll exceptionally high on your intelligence save, you would have noticed her at all. And with that, we're gonna go on break, guys. So we'll be back in 15. We will learn what happened and who died and the losses suffered to the farm, and we will learn how well Yi does on her training day.
We'll get it. We'll get it one of
We'll
these days.
Get it one day.
It took
We'll
a
get
while
it
for
one day.
Isla, so we're gonna.
It's just her name. It's just her name.
I tried to pick easy names for him, and
I'm like,
And they're
dude,
never easy.
I'm like that uncle that always like mispronouncing your name every time you see him. Hey, Billy, like my name's Bob. Britter. No, man, it's even harder than Bob. So, but shout out. We'll be back in 15, guys. See you then. Live?
We're live.
All right, we're doing it live, guys. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to Dithra 1001 Shards. Remember, if you like what you see, comment, share, subscribe, and leave a comment about your favorite moment of the session. While we start. So, we're going to start off continuation with Unji.
Unagi.
Unagi. Ooh. Nah.
It's not like the name. Like I keep giving her different names, a variation of what I think. They're not right, but it's close.
At least it's on brand for you.
I'm like, dude, I'm that one guy says like, can I get a case of Dilla?
My next character will be named Bob. Just
We got
going
it, boys.
forward.
And I would call him, hey, Bobby, Billy Bob.
Robert?
Bobby Boucher.
God damn it, Bobby.
All right, so Kaplee's character, Onagi. Onagi, I got that. Yeah, I thought okay. Onagi, bet. All right, he just went for the pronunciation. Yeah, it's
Not O. Ooh. The two O's is ooh. Ooh. Nagi.
Guys, I have a public school education. I'm not sure what y'all want from me.
Sushi ever?
No, I don't like sushi at all. I don't like sushi. But anyway, regardless of that, Unagi.
Hey!
I said it right.
Yep.
There it
Listen,
is.
boys, listen. Lightning strikes, I know, at least once, right? So fuck it, we're here now. So Isabella would have seen you, one, stop a bandit, and not a thief, but not a normal thief, like the riffraff, but actually like a cat burglar, essentially, at the cat's purse. Boom, boom.
Pun intended.
Yeah, and she would have pulled you inside after, and this would have been like after like 4 hours of doing your job here. So it's like around, say, 12, 1-ish. She would have put it inside and says, I am impressed. What gave it away? How did you know that she was like a thief? She looks at you. Unagi.
She had the
person.
the wares of a thief. That bag of hers, the very common.
I've never. It looks like, and above table, it looks like the person that like your mom used to take to the movie theater that had like literally 90 million pockets.
Snack purse.
Yep.
But like, yeah, that snack purse is trouble, guys. So it's like a massive snack purse. He's pulling out like I said, it's a fucking rope in there.
It's got that accordion build, so like
Yeah.
you open it up and it's got like
Crazy.
yeah.
You have Starburst? Absolutely. How about Skittles? Here you go.
Do you have a
That's
GED
soda?
in there? Yeah, I got you. But hold on, let me pull that out for you. So
16-foot Subway sandwich. Yes, here it is.
But she looks at you and says, well, color me impressed. Have you dealt with thieves before, or is it something new to you? I mean, how did you get that experience to even know that was even a thing?
I mean, in the business of selling things, you kind of learn to pick it up. You should really practice this skill.
She says, well, my job is to sell things, not stop burglars. That's what I pay you three for, to do that. My job is to make sure I turn a profit to pay you guys for stopping burglars. But she says, I do appreciate one that is good at their job and that went above and beyond because and stop a cat burglar. So she would hand you 10 copper pieces as a bonus for today. And she would say, I want to see how are you she looks at me and says, roll a charisma check. She looks at you and she says, I think that me and you will get along just fine. Just fine. She says, I'm looking for someone that definitely has some ambition and definitely is skilled, and you seem to be a cut above the rest, and obviously being from the East, we're pretty cutthroat, so only the strong really survive out there. So if you made it to here, you must know your thing, despite being, to look at you, different. The whole strange amnesia. And she says, if you stick with me, I'm pretty sure that we both will do very well. And yeah, I mean, you don't have, and she says, you have the rest of the day off. So you got the 4 copper pieces for pay, 10 gold piece bonus, 10 copper piece bonus, and you got an additional 15 copper pieces from the purse, and all the goods are in the purse. Keep in mind, because that is money, that is also experience points. So all the copper you gain is experience points. So convert that at your will.
What's the conversion for it?
1-to-1.
Well, okay.
I don't want to give you guys separate experience points. I mean,
I was getting ready to say, I was like, damn it, math.
Yeah, this is not the math. So you have these. Also, the purse itself is worth about 10 gold copper pieces as well too. But it's not worth a lot. But these purses are actually exceptionally rare. It's just that trying to get a seller for is the question. But yeah, you have a thieves purse. This one's very well made. It's old, but this is well made. As your day, and you get off around 1 p.m. So, what would you like to do with your time? You haven't eaten anything today. To be fair.
I guess, she's got ration, but she's got money too. So I think she's just gonna go to the closest like tavern or pub or wherever she can get some cheap food real quick.
All right. Well, it's levels of cheap. So you have. Let me be clear. So you would pass by the Filthy Seal Tavern. You ever see SpongeBob when they have like the Weenie Hut Junior? They have like the super tough bar.
The
right?
What?
You ever seen
The
SpongeBob?
Weenie Hut?
The Weenie Hut Junior bar, and then like the really tough bar with like a sailor and the thing and the tattoo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I say
This
Winnie
is-
Junior all the time. Just
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
okay. So this tavern here is like the tavern that.
what was it called? Like the Rusty Bucket of Rusty Nail or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's one of.
Yeah,
but this
okay,
one's
that
called-
makes
Yes.
more sense.
This is called the Filthy Seal Tavern, and this has a seal in front of it in a very provocative pose. This place smells of cheap booze, sex, and drugs. A lot of drugs. The people here, I mean, the door's wide open. You can kind of see inside. It is a full den of depravity and excess. Looks fun though. This looks like a very dangerous bar that you may or may not come out alive. Depends on your prerogatives. You do know that there's another tavern as well called the Windy Hawk. It's a lot more of a tavern suited towards more of a working class populace than the Filthy Seal, which is much more centered around a much more other kind of customer base. So which tavern would better suit to you?
She'd go to the working class one.
All right, so it's the Windy Hawk. You see that because you look like a normal person. You look like a guard actually. So you kind of go inside, and you would see that this place is propriety. Is the tavern is a southern woman. I'll bring her for a second. Southern woman here. Her name is Manisha. I'll put that in chat because y'all definitely aren't gonna fucking remember that. I'm not either.
We won't remember that. We can handle names.
No, listen, guys. It's not me. It's you. So it's definitely me, guys. Her name's Anisha. She has relatively long braids. She definitely is a southerner. You see that this place here is filled with a variety of people here. You see southerners, eastern, westerners, northerners here. There's very little northerners here just in general, but there are some here. You see this kind of a variety of tables and chairs here in kind of a rustic kind of style. It's
And where'd
definitely
you
more of
go
a home.
to? Sorry.
The Windy
We went
Hawk.
to the Windy Hawk.
Oh, okay.
Right, so we went to the Windy Hawk. So,
Where is it on the map?
right here, right.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, I
So,
see it. Oh, okay.
gotcha. And as soon as you kind of enter, you would see this tavern owner. She's actually very young. She's actually like 17, 18. She would kind of wave over and says, welcome to the Windy Hawk. I'm Onisha. How can I assist you today? You hungry? Thirsty? Bit of both?
Yeah, both.
And she looks and says, well, please have a seat. And she motions down to an open seat here. And she says, we have a nice stew on the boil here. It's beef stew. It may have some pig. Are you one of those? You don't like a Westerner, but just to be safe, there is no pork in it. I know some of you Westerners get really finicky about things like that.
Well, I'll eat pork. Give me a good luau. We're good.
I wouldn't say that around those Westerners. They get kind of finicky. I think they're weird. They talk to pigs, I heard.
I keep hearing that.
Yeah, well, they never shut up about it. But that being said, she looks and says, well, we also have a bit of kind of hard bread as well as not hard bread. What is it called?
Biscuits?
Crusted bread?
Oh,
no,
just just like a crust of bread.
Cheddar biscuits.
They do not.
I want
this
the
is
Red
not
Lobster.
Red
Yeah,
Lobster. It's not Red Lobster. But they would. She'd kind of motion. She says, "Do you want any kind of wine, any ale, mead? What we have a variety of kind of hard seltzers here."
Whatever's cheapest.
All right, so you're looking for a really hearty ale, then. Fair enough. She would bow deeply and says, "Give me a minute," and she would kind of go back. And she would point over to one of the stew boys over here, Southern boys, no more than like 6, reaches inside of this massive pot with this thick, hearty ladle, pulls a nice slop of it out, put it in a nice wooden bowl, gives you a little spoon. He rushes over to you, and he says, "How much bread do you want?" And he literally has a loaf under his arm. This isn't the most hygienic thing ever, but he has a loaf under his arm here. Sits on the table here, has a knife, and he says, "You want this much, or this much?"
This much.
All right. He cuts. It's definitely a lot bigger than what you definitely said. He probably can't see or know geometry well, but he gives you a nice chunk of bread. He gives you a nice chunk of bread there, and he says, "Well," looks at you and he says, hold on. Give me a charisma check." He looks very bashful and shy. And his name is Simba. Because I'm Simba, so if you need anything, just
Simba.
It's a common name, okay? Just as Lion King appropriated the name, I mean, you can have the name. But I think said he looks shy and abashed at you, and he says, "If you need anything, just call me. I threw the pot." And he smiles at you, and he looks very abashed. He definitely it kind of fails a little bit like this. And
Flutter her eyes at him. Thank you.
He melts and just runs away. You see that because there's a variety of children here playing things like that, doing a variety of tasks. And he goes up to one of his friends like, "She winked at me," and they like kind of fist bump it out, and then like that.
What the hell? Gon sees
Boys.
kids, they try to jack him in the street. GC kids.
They're all friendly and shit.
Yeah.
Islander.
Northerner, like.
Yeah.
That's true. That reputation goes both ways, big fella. You scare the hell out of people. But that being said, you do come back. Just come back after a few minutes. The stew is very good. It's a nice hearty stew. It isn't very thin. This is definitely not one of those very cheap stews. A bit of carrot, a bit of celery in here. Some nice stew. As you're kind of in here, and it's Friday work class people. People that definitely work. There's definitely a lot more day laborers here, especially because this is like 2 in the afternoon at this point. Do you talk to anybody, or do you try to observe it? Or do you just try to eat your food and then kind of be on your merry way.
She wants to. She just kind of wants to people watch and get like a better feel for. She's a prisoner. She knows she's a prisoner, but she's trying to blend in. So she's trying to like adapt to the mannerisms of people around here.
That makes sense. Give me an intelligence check. I'm gonna brain fart for a second. So, you know that your way of speaking mannerisms does not come across off very well as blending. You would know just from speaking to one of somebody from your own ethnic background, an Easterner, that they didn't seem very comfortable with you initially. You think you definitely need to work on some of your mannerisms if you want to come across as a much more socially inept person. And that's kind of what you would know. You wouldn't, I mean, it's just variety of day laborers here. No one really stands out to you as you're in this tavern here. And while you're kind of here, you would see that after about 30 or 40 minutes, you would see Onisha would definitely come up into you and she would hand you a bill for 2 copper pieces.
I will pay her 4.
All right, she picks one of them up and bites it. It's real. Puts it in her pocket, smiles, and says, "Well, it is nice to meet you, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your stay. Are you one of those day laborers out there working on farms?" She looks at you.
No, I work over at the Cat's Purse.
What do you, some kind of like, you sell gems or jewels or something like that? Or what do you do exactly?
Well, I used to. But since being here, right now I'm just at the door helping Spot.
We all start somewhere.
I didn't want to like push my weight too much.
He says, when I first started working here, I was just a spit boy, a spit girl, just like Simba, but I worked really hard and worked my way up, and I brought this place in cash. And I'm the youngest tavern owner that I know. So she smiles at you, gives you a thumbs up. She literally is like 18, like 17, 18 range. And she would look at you and say, "Well, do you have a place to sleep tonight?" And she looks at you.
No, I don't actually.
She looks and says, "We do also have rooms as well, if you'd like to purchase one."
How much are they?
Copper for the night. As long as you purchase a meal here, it is just an additional copper. It's
okay, sure.
So, just to be fair, it's all that kind of factors into about 3 coppers a night: food, drink, and bed.
Okay. She'll toss her another copper.
She says, Nelson says, "Thank you very much, and thank you for the tip." And she goes over to Simba and hands him a copper piece, and Simba is literally like just dancing right by the spit. So he's just having a good old time here. You do have some day left. It is 3 p.m. Are you trying to send the day forward, trying to go out, do things, or what would you like to do?
She keeps hearing about the farm, so I guess she's gonna go kind of try to walk in that direction, just kind of taking in the city and stuff.
Are you trying to go to the farm? It's about an hour away. I mean,
no, just like walking in the general, about as far as she can get reasonably, just kind of strolling around, taking in the sights of the town, acclimating, I guess, is what she's doing.
So you're still staying in the town?
Right, she's staying in the town. It's just in that general direction.
So you would know of the basic location of the place. So you know of the Ministry of Shards, which is the Southern Empire's way of their kind of guild or government agency that kind of collects shards. Those that don't have shards can even enter the place. There's the guards that kind of take care of everything else. There's the Gold Syndicate here. I don't think I told any of you guys about the Gold Syndicate, actually.
I don't think either of us have crossed it yet.
This is true. You know that the Gold Syndicate is actually a merchant's guild. and they're actually very famous. They're made one of the most successful merchants and traders in the entire world. Not here, but just in general, the guild itself. This building is a grand sprawling kind of infrastructure here. It is driven by a council of wealthy merchants with rules and kind of guidelines set to make sure that it is fair as it can be, at least in the marketplace that they have that uses the gold syndicate's marketplace rules. They're very powerful and very influential. To give you an example of something, think of like the Golden Bank from like Game of Thrones. And that's one. You would also know as well, Dragon's Hide as well is a leather working shop. So any kind of leathery goods here or your hides or anything like that, they sell and manage here. So if you were kind of a hunter, you would probably get a lot more syndicate close with them, because if you hunt, you have tan hides or hides you can tan here. Igpan's Forge is obviously a blacksmithy there, and they definitely sell in all kinds of tools, goods, and services of metalworking or metallurgy. But there also as well, John's Tinctures. James. I wrote the name, I forgot how to pronounce it. James. James Tinctures is a kind of a small shop outside on the edge of town that definitely handles more of the mundane kind of tinctures, like if you get gout or scholera or anything like that, is probably the place to go. Then it's called a Victoria's Tanker, which is ran by not a Victoria. They brew a variety of fine brews there, and the ale you drunk was actually a brew from Victoria's Tanker. A lower standard one, but it is from there. The Brickyard is is kind of the quarry where prisoners actually that prisoners that come here that also again break the law kind of go serve their sentence. So you realize twice, you just go to the Brickyard, and what do you do at the Brickyard? You hit bricks. There's also a furniture forge, and this person that really loves furniture and how they forge it. Air quotations. So you would know that as well too. Is it any place out of these places that you would go that stands out to you?
No, she's just walking around. Like, she's not looking for anything specific. She's just walking.
All right. I'll wrap this up by saying, give me a D20. Hopefully you don't get stabbed or die.
Oh, let's hope
The
not.
gang of wild kids out there.
Hey, the freaks come out of that, I guess. With a 16, nothing happens. So you're good.
The kids like her.
In that place. It's real out there. At night, it's real. So we're gonna cut over back to the other gang over here. And like I said, you guys gained 750 experience points for dealing with the goblin threat, and with very little actual death. I think only 2 people died. Three people died, because the one over there that died here, and then 2 died. So you guys didn't save everybody, but you saved mostly everybody. No one was drug off into slavery, which that's a W. And you protect Garen didn't die, and neither any of his wife or children died. So I think it's good. Garen would kind of get Will into the house, and you see people were there. His wife was kind of wrapping his kind of wounds up there, as he looks dreadful. You think he'll make it, but definitely needs a lot of rest, as he's definitely not able to kind of help tend the farm at all in his condition. And he would kind of motion for you to come inside, and he says, "You came here. You've been a lifesaver and a game changer." As he looks over at Alistair, you helped when you didn't have to. And he looks at you up and down.
Well, I felt the need to at least protect the person that gave me the job when I got here. I can't take all the credit. The gentleman I was telling you that I needed to meet with, that I met coming off the boat, he actually came and helped too. I'll kind of point back to Gon.
You see Gon, and out there. He flips over a body and retrieves his dagger from the back of a dead goblin. He's hunched over on his haunches and just starts slicing ears off and just
Ching,
grunting,
ching,
just
ching.
tossing the
Love you,
bodies
lovely.
aside. It's like,
He-
yeah, that
Garen,
gentleman over there.
He is a northerner, so you got to give him a little bit of slack.
Yeah, they have to. Well, sometimes barbaric nature is good, and I think at this time it is. He looks over and he coughs a little bit of blood and looks at you and he says, "This is above and beyond any kind of sheep herder or goat herder that I ever had. I don't have very much here, but I do have some to help you, at least for recompense, for helping save my family and my children. And I can't pay you enough. There's no amount of money that I can pay you for that. But I can indeed make your life a little bit easier. One, he says, for you and your friend, if for as long as you have it, you'll always have a room here and food as long as there's food available.
Thank you.
He gives you essentially, as long as you're in the good races of Garen, room and board in perpetuity.
So Gon would kind of walk into the doorway, watching everything aside, but he looks over at Garen's wounds. As an herbalist, would he able to determine like how severe this is?
Give me a wisdom check. Let's see what happens. With a 9, you know that they're pretty severe. You don't think it struck any vital points. You're not sure, but he definitely has about 5 or 6 cuts in different places.
Gone. At least come, just step in and introduce yourself to Garen. I've told him a little about you.
The big lumbering fellow ducks his head as he walks in, and he looks to everybody. He looks down at the little kids. He is oily and dirty.
Yeah,
and
they're
he's
very
got
scared.
tattered clothes. Just a
They're
big dude.
Very scared of you.
And he just looks to Garen. He says, "Well met. Your wounds look severe, but you will live. I could make a tincture and some ointment that might be able to help."
We do have some medicinal herbs in the closet. If you talk to my wife, she'll show them to you. See, his wife, which is actually a Southern woman, would actually immediately get up, stand up. She's a little bit, she's significantly younger than him, not like super significant, like it's crazy, but Garen looks to be about 50. Jasmine's about like 31, 30-ish. She would stand up immediately, rush over to a closet and pull out some Geshi herbs. You know that it's you know, these herbs are very common, especially in the Southlands and oases, and they are known for their ability to stimulate muscles and flesh and help cultivate a nice and positive healing. So they don't like heal people, but they make sure that you don't get infections and that your wounds can heal significantly faster.
It's like, so you know what you're doing, then I do not need to offer my help.
I am not an herbalist. I do have them. I know that just round them up into a paste, but I know the herbalist is a little bit better at it than I do. I'm not an herbalist myself. You say you are, by all means, and she hands you these herbs.
Good woman. And he just takes them and he's like, "Do you have implements? Mortar and pestle?"
She hands you a small rock and a bowl.
That works.
Does this work?
It's like, just so. And you just see him kind of in the corner, a bit standoffish from the group. He can read a room.
Yeah.
But he's grinding away, making what needs to be done.
As you make it, you being a herbalist, this is definitely a higher quality than what she definitely could have made. As you grind this up, you notice that it forms a nice, almost like loose paste, and so it had the consistency of like aloe vera, where like if you ground it up, it's kind of like almost like slop, almost like slime.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of has that consistency, and you give it to her, and you know that to apply it has to be kind of put over the wound and kind of sit there as it kind of hardens, almost like quick clot, right? And it kind of just stays there, and it kind of must be clean like every day. But you just lather it on, and it dries, and it actually dries very quickly once it kind of is on flesh. But as long as it doesn't touch any like open wounds or open flesh, it can stay in like its liquidy form kind of form.
He's like, put this over the wounds, let it air, cleanse every other day with vinegar or alcohol. He should be fine. He's still quite strong despite his age. And he looks to Garen. Were you a warrior in your day?
No, but I was a farmer, and I had to protect my farm from a variety of banditries over the years. And I've been in a few scuffles, and goblins definitely aren't the most kindest, but they are some of the most common. I've lost quite a bit of livestock from what I've seen out there. That's going to be a definite loss. I can't pay you very much, but I can give you free room and board, like I told Alistair. Hopefully that is enough to pay you for risking your life to save me and my family.
I accept these terms.
He nods, and he says, "I must rest. Give me peace." And he kind of just like lays down. Like he's on his bed right now, kind of leaning up here, being tended to by his wife. And he kind of looks at you all, and then he just kind of lays down and closes his eyes and goes to sleep. He isn't dead. You can see his chest going up and down. You'll just kind of see if he pulls through. He's in the infection. He's passed out here with his wife and kids by his side. What
Jasmine,
do you do?
one quick moment. Given everything that's happened, I don't know. I'll leave you to answer the question, but Garen did send me in to get some feed to try to help slim down Denise out there, make him maybe a little bit more effective at helping stop any kind of attacks like this in the future. But I don't know what he does with the invoices. I hate to say this now, but I don't want to forget and then this become a problem later.
She'll look at the invoice here and she says, "And we usually pay weekly here, so I will." She kind of reaches into her pocket and pulls out 10 copper pieces and wraps it up in the invoice and says, "As soon as you can, end of this week, which is in 3 days, take this to Keelan and give her this, and this should cover any kind of invoice we have."
Okay. He'll put that in his pocket, and I appreciate. I hate to bring that up now, but we'll let him rest and try and get some of these things cleaned up. I'll talk to my associate, talk to Gon here, take care of him. We'll see what we can do about getting these things cleaned up. Is there a butcher in town? I'd take a look at some. I know there were some cows out there. I don't know if we should let it fully go to waste.
She nods, yes. There's a southern butcher here. He deals with butchery here, and she points over. He says, his name is Kitwani. Hold on, put that down. Yeah, his name's Kitwanti. Kitwanti. He says, see him and ask him to butcher as well, and he will send an invoice and just give it back to me, and he should deliver the food in a couple of days. I know that it was a lot. Actually, it was quite a few animals that we lost, but we didn't lose all of them, so replacing the cow will be kind of hard, but we'll do what we can.
I will at least try to tend to the ones that are still living quick, just to make sure there's no other injuries or issues.
Also, as well, too, Gone, you get a 50 experience points for the herbs. Making the herbs
Cool.
And as you would go to tend to the wounds of the animal that survived, you know that 7 are dead, 3 goats, 4 cows, they're dead. Their throat slit, a couple of bite marks, they're gone. But there are definitely a couple, that fell over or things like that you can definitely tend to. Give me 2 wisdom checks. Okay. As you definitely help tend to, you definitely kind of stand a couple cows up, definitely tend to a couple of distractions here and there that some of the cows kind of fled before the goblin could fully kill them. Tend to a few strategies here and there. Make sure they're kind of properly that there is no kind of living cows or anything like that or animals. And deal
What
with
about the specific one with the cracked horn hoof? Did that one make it or no?
I would say roll a d20 to go high or low. Let's find out.
Let's go with high.
It made it. And it was not armed, so it was not the one that was cut.
Okay.
So there are a total of 3 cows left.
Okay. What about the cat? What about it? Does that include the calf? So 2 adult plus 1, or the pregnant cow?
Roll a d20 and call high or low on a pregnant cow.
Oh, high or low on the pregnant cow.
Hey,
I'm gonna say high again because I've been rolling high.
she did
Pregnant
not
cow died. Okay.
Yeah,
Damn!
Life's hard.
He
Life
killed
is
a
hard.
pregnant cow.
Goblins don't give a shit. They don't. It's food to them. So you have a cracked hoof cow and 2 other.
Yep. Okay. All right. And then Denise, you said does the pig look severely injured or?
Roll me a wisdom check. Denise has a cut. What you know as a Westerner is that pigs, Western pigs, not only can they talk, but they're extremely tough. Exceptionally tough. Outside of like a mortal wound, they just have the ability to just keep chugging. It's a large cut on this side, but you've seen Western pigs survive being impaled, so you think you'll be okay.
And so then just to kind of quickly with Denise, you just kind of say, I have some new feed for you. I'm not sure how often this happens at the farm, but this is why you need to be in shape, and this is why you need to be ready to go help and protect this. I know you partly did your job, but we should have detected them before they got here, right?
You see that Denise is kind of curled up, and he looks distraught. He definitely doesn't look like he's okay. He's not crying like that, but he definitely doesn't look. He looks like angry mad. He looks distraught, like angry sad, basically.
Yeah.
He's just grumbling about. He's grumbling.
We're gonna make sure this doesn't happen again. I can promise you that. I kind of pat him a little bit and give him kind of grab the feed, put it away, like bring him a little bit of a trough of it. Just keep your strength. We're gonna make sure this doesn't happen again. Garen's fine, family's fine. I know we lost a couple, but we're gonna get to work tomorrow, right?
He nods and he looks pretty intense. Was really, really intense. As he looks at you.
Okay.
And you see that he's just kind of staring out at the forest where the goblins came from, at least from the northeast. And he's just kind of sitting there, that crazy look in his eye.
Okay. Just at least to start with for now, keep vigilant because one didn't run off. Did we? Well, I shouldn't. Did we see the one run off from our vantage point during that battle?
Yes, Gon did. Gon did.
Yeah. but
Yeah,
I
you
didn't,
did.
so I wouldn't know. Okay.
Correct. You wouldn't.
So I just tell him, just get sleep. We'll hit the training hard tomorrow. We're gonna make sure this doesn't happen again. And I just kind of pat him, like reassure him that we're gonna make sure this is different from now on.
Right. And he nods and says, he grunts.
Yeah.
And he just sits there. And he's kind of sitting in front of the door, just kind of facing the northeast here, vigilant. And also as well, you also gain 100 experience points for checking on the animals, and sure you're okay. Because yeah, ran those checks to 50s. And with that, it's like 2:30. Gone. Do you think that definitely criminals don't sleep forever? They're probably awake or would be awake very soon.
Yeah, he's gonna loot whatever he can off these corpses as he's cutting ears to turn in before he jams out. Is there anything worth a damn thing on these guys?
So let me roll. Hold on.
If there's any farmhands near, he's like, what you should do is put their heads on spikes. That'll send them a message. My people would do that as an intimidation tactic. I can guarantee you no goblins will come near should they see that.
They look, and they're the northerners here. It's a lot of southerners, a lot of easterners, westerners. They look and they say, sure, that sounds like a good idea. Definitely not used to such brutality of the north, but they've lost people here. You know, kids have lost fathers, you know, mothers, things like that. So yeah, they whatever works. You find 15 copper pieces total between all the bodies. Their daggers are not sellable. They're really kind of rusted and shot, but you do find 8 daggers, 8 rusty daggers. They're unsellable. No one will buy that, but they do work as like a rusty kind of shoe you can throw. So D4, so you find a couple of those. They do. Each of them are 1 bulk though, so just be aware of that.
I'll take 2 of those. Just throwing. You never know.
Okay.
Rusty dagger. They're a slot each, right? I'll take 2 rusty dagger. Well, he'll take the coinage, chuck 1 to the worker that he said, put these heads on a spike, and he'll, before he leaves, checks into the barn or wherever Alistar is. He's like, I'm heading into town.
Also, don't forget to spoil that. That copper is also experience points.
Oh yeah. He's like, take this, and he's got the 7 coins. It's like, this is part of the loot.
Oh, thank you. Let me at least just join you back to town. Walk you back in.
Very well.
You get a feeling from him with the way that he says that he's sort of twitchy a little bit too. Like, I got to get out of here after seeing that for a minute.
Yeah, he's got the ears like wrapped up in a torn piece of shirt from one of the goblins he just like ripped off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
All right. Well, you guys leave the tavern or the farm, put out any fires. I mean, that's just kind of handling that just happens. And as you do so, you do return to town. An hour later, it's about 3 p.m. now. And you guys kind of return to town. Give me a d20 on the road to see if anything happens.
D20. Attacked by herds. Oh, shit.
Right.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. All right, now. Give me a d20. Call her and look. Don't fuck this up.
Hi.
Are you good? All right. So, as you are going back to town, overhead you hear a loud screech of a creature and the flapping of wings flying overhead as you return to town. As you look up, you see that it is not a bird, but it is a dragon. a red
Uh.
dragon. As it just flies over, ignoring you, not paying attention to you as it seems to fly over. This creature's wingspan, it looked like at least 50 to 60 feet. This thing is massive. As it just flies over, just seemingly heading north towards the mountains.
Alistair's gonna look over to Yugon and try to whisper, which sounds like anybody else normally speaking. What the fuck is that? Like his normal booming voice almost sounds normal.
Can I ask a question? How rare are dragons in this world?
Exceptionally rare. I would say maybe 1 out of every 10,000 have ever actually seen a dragon, and very few people have actually heard of dragon. I'm just telling you guys to know, like.
I just imagine that lady in the starting town of Skyrim, a dragon.
Yeah.
I saw a dragon.
You've seen strange things in the north. Strange.
But dragons are
fucking mythical, right?
Yeah, Gon would look into the sky and he's like, that seems to be a bad omen. Dragons, I've only heard tales of them. I did not think they were true.
This thing was massive.
These lands truly are untamed. I've heard about them in the north, but there are many parts of this world yet to explore. Well,
a fucking dragon? What the fuck is a dragon? I would imagine I'd never heard of one being from like Podunk Farm Town.
I've never heard of a dragon.
They are winged. Gon will tell him, he's like, what I was told. My Nan would tell me. They're winged beasts, as loud as thunder. They would come down and eat children and the unworthy and the unbrave. Only warriors could defeat a dragon, the greatest of warriors. They are mythical beasts. They've been said to take over entire kingdoms. They've been said to kill entire bloodlines.
Yeah.
Alistair sort of pulls back this blonde, greasy hair, like running his hands through it, like, okay, why would that be here? And I guess at least it flew away.
Yeah, how far is the
up in the air?
Like,
also, the wingspan is off. It's not 40, 50 feet. That's actually too small. It's actually closer to 200 feet. I lied. It's much. Yeah, 40 feet is too small. This thing would actually almost like as it flew over you, it would actually block out the sky as it flew over you. Like it turned dark. It's that big.
That's
crazy. This thing is maybe like 1,000 feet above you guys, maybe roughly around there. So this thing here is just as it flew over to you. And it's like a dark circle, right? Just literally, just no light, just eclipse, just. And what's crazy is that outside of flapping its wings, it was totally silent. But as it flapped its wing, you see that the grass around you where it was, it's kind of whips up a little bit. The trees kind of wave from the wind of the wings. It's incredible. It's like you've never seen anything like it. This thing is massive. This thing has to be every bit of maybe like 10 tons, maybe. It's a flying just juggernaut. 200 feet wingspan. It is big.
Don't tell me that you're afraid, Alistar. Aren't you a tamer of beasts? Surely you could tame this one.
Not something. I've never seen something like that. And you almost see him like, yeah, he's not. He doesn't look slightly shaking, like shaken. Like I've never seen something like that. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh yeah, Gon's shitting his pants, so he's just definitely not showing it.
He's like,
be cool.
He's got to be
cool.
Got to be cool.
Yeah,
had to roll cowardly as my vice. Damn it.
It's like, oh, fuck this. Shit. This thing is. Some shit is beyond just being coward. You see a fucking 200-foot wide wingspan flying lizard. I'm scared.
like seeing that, then Alistair's gonna look over at God and just kind of like, maybe we should pick the pace up into town just a little quicker.
I'm curious what everyone else thought. I bet you the town has lost its mind. Let's go.
As you get into town, hey,
A dragon! I saw a
okay.
dragon!
It's so unagi, unagi, hey, hip hop hooray, oh, hey, hey, I got it right, guys. I'm working on it.
If you guys are watching, please send me a list of names that are easy.
Monosyllabic.
It is Pumjao. I don't know. Here we go. So,
and leave Karen off the list, okay?
please, God, I'm not calling me Karen. But as you're in the town, you hear screaming in utter terror coming from outside of the building. As a giant flying lizard. So I'm not sure if you'd leave the building, but everybody is running in fear.
I've learned to not leave the building when dragons are flying around with this group. So
Well, you wouldn't know it was a dragon. You just hear people running and screaming around. You don't
that
know
was
yet.
above table. That was above
That's
table.
Like
true.
all the
That is
natural
very-
light, all the natural
yeah.
light in the building, it just go dim.
Dark.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, like as these things fly over the town, I mean, like a third of the town is dark at, or not like a third, it's a really big town, but like a tenth of the town is dark at a time, just flying over like a fucking eclipse, you know? People are terrified, right? You're running around, what the fuck's going on? People are reading ballista and things like that. I mean, you hear terror, kids clutching pearls, things like that. What are you doing as this is happening? Unaji.
she's going to try to catch a glimpse out the window. To would she have any idea, like an Easterner? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
You would have never. You probably would maybe. Well, give me an intelligence check. You might have heard of it because they travel a lot. It's possible, actually.
I'm sure everyone has their own version of folklore about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know that dragons are big flying lizards that are myths. No one actually believes they're real. At least in your clan or the people that you've interacted with. But that looks like a fucking dragon to you, from what you've heard in your tales.
I guess she's gonna try to turn to there's other people in here with her, right?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna turn to one of them and be like, what is that? Is there protocol for this? Like, is there something we should do?
They're screaming and running around like, oh! Like people are running around. So like, as you're saying, you're like, hey, what did they do? They're just running around like fucking chickens with their head comes off. They're just running around terrified. They have no idea what's going on. You see Onisha looks at you and she says, you're an Easterner. Do you have some kind of Eastern technique for this like that? Do you know you guys study dragons? I know you guys travel a lot.
These guys are supposed to be mythical creatures.
Well, if you don't
Okay,
know,
my
we don't know.
advice, I think we should just all quiet down. Maybe it won't notice we're in here.
That sounds like
Just
a
be
great
careful.
idea. It definitely. And she says, "Okay." She closes up the windows, and then she puts the kind of mark on something like that. It's, okay, like candles.
Lockdown! Shelter in place!
COVID-19 protocols now. As you go ahead and lock the thing, she shuts the door. Make sure everybody's inside. That can be inside. Says, all right. Like the candle looks at you and says, "Okay. You know any board games or games we can play to pass the time?"
Yes. Let's play
She looks at you.
tic-tac-toe. She's gonna draw the tic-tac-toe board and some dust on the ground.
He'll look at you and says, "Okay." So right now, Ondi is playing tic-tac-toe inside of the Windy Hawk. What are you guys doing? Are you guys just kind of walking like Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception to town? Is it just like, or what are you guys? Are you guys running there or hiding? Or are you guys just like, fuck it, we'll be there?
Well, you kind of said that when it flew over the top that it didn't really pay us any mind.
This is true.
So, but I was saying, I was like, we should get to town. Like he's gone. If it was flying south, he's starting to just sort of book it the opposite way.
It flew north.
Yeah,
which is where the
we're
town-
going
Oh,
towards.
We're
basically
going
this
towards
direction.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that was the case, he would literally tuck right in behind. Gone, like in his shadow.
He's just going to keep walking. I have business at the Explorers Guild. Besides, if anybody knows anything about dragons, I imagine it would be there.
I'm following you.
Okay.
Sort of tucks in behind you.
And we'll head over. Let me find my token.
Also, Unagi.
Do you want to? Can you zoom in on Unagi's character?
Yes, I can do that because I can't say her name properly, so I can definitely do that.
This one right here.
Hold on, wait.
Let's see.
I gotta do this.
Show it to the audience
If you-
too.
I'm trying to hold on. I got you. I'm trying to remember where exactly her token is. I found it. All right, got it. It's like all right, zoom in.
Yeah,
Oh, she
cool.
has that like, okay, yeah, super cool with the
That's
feathers
a
and
cool
stuff.
picture.
That's dope. She looks like a merchant, or like Miss Cleo. one of
Some
them.
good hair.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Good
Zoom in.
money for that
She
hair.
hasn't seen our ragtag.
Yeah, I don't know who's it.
No, no. This is gonna be hilarious because it's like you guys just live your lives. This is hilarious. I love this, man. So, you guys head into the town, and you see just mass hysteria. The dragon has definitely flew way past the town, and it's definitely going towards the mountains. But as the dragon flew away, people are still running in terror. Like, it's not like Black Friday 2015 craziness, but it's pretty close.
People are out in the streets and stuff. Gon's gonna keep an eye out. Usually when there's people in hysteria, there's a couple of people who want to take advantage of this. Pickpockets
Absolutely.
and thieves, and so he's clutching his stuff close and his dagger closer.
Give me a D20 as you're entering town. As you're moving through town. To get through the Explorer's Guild, see what happens. Right. And give me an intelligence check. All right. So those pickpockets, you're right, and you catch one of them trying to run up to you. You immediately see him before he runs, turning to him. This guy is. Let's see how old this person is. Guy. Sorry, that's not how. I want to. There we go. This kid is about 5 years old.
He looks at the kid, trying to reach into his belongings, and he grabs his hand. And he'll grab the bag of ears that's probably soaking wet at the bottom with and he'll bring it close to the
Blood.
kid's, to his face. And he's like, "There's a bag of ears in here. I wonder what they would take for little boys' ears." like-
He's screaming and trying to resist. He's terrified. He doesn't know what to do.
And he'll just release him and just kind of push him over. And he's like, "Don't ever take what does not belong to you. And if you do, make sure that you have enough power to do it."
He looks and runs away terrified. Well, he does run away from you. And with that, you do get to the Explorers.
Gon does not like kids. At this point.
Every
There's none of the
After that
no
interaction,
pity.
Elster's like, you really are bad with kids, aren't you?
I'm like, oh.
It'll make him grow strong. And he like stands straight and walks away. Yeah,
In your culture, do you just set them in the forest when they're like 6 with a 5-inch set of rope and say, "Here, find your way home"?
6. You're already a man
Oh.
at that age. And he just walks away.
At 3 months old, they climb out of their mother's womb to become full grown.
Yeah, we're born like sharks. There's a bunch of them in utero. They have to fight.
Yeah.
Fight to get out.
Yeah.
There can only be one Highlander. He just fucking comes out in a fucking moon.
Ah!
I think Gon likes to take like the rumors and exaggerate them obviously to his own.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
Isn't that many Northerners here? That makes sense.
While they are walking, Alistair would look at you. Just what'd you cut the ears off for? Is that like some sort of northern tradition or what?
He looks back, and this is the first time you see him actually smile. Just a big grin. He's like, "Payday," and walks into the Explorers Guild.
Money, 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 money.
I'll walk in behind. I'll walk in behind you just to because another building he hasn't been to, but back to the corner to let him do his thing.
Okay. You go inside this Explorers Guild. You see that the northern woman that you saw before is not there. Behind the desk of the Explorers Guild receptionist, you see a Western man. This man is maybe about early 20s. He is primly dressed, and he says, "How may I serve you today, sir?"
I've come for my payment. And he'll reach into his bag and bring out the kind of little sack that he made out of a torn shirt, reveal it. It's like goblin ears.
Ooh, he says, it looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pairs. Impressive. Give me a moment. And he goes in the back, comes back, and he hands you 40 copper pieces.
Sweet. He's gonna take that. How does this? So, if I split it, I get 20. Our friend gets 20.
Correct.
It's
not like
I get it and then I give it to him.
Yeah. Pass it around.
But you know what I mean. Yeah. He'll count the coins out and he'll go and he'll give it right down the middle. He's like, "This is pay." He's like, "I knew of a job and that's why I headed that way. There was coyotes and goblins." He's like,
"Don't forget his experience."
Yeah, you deserve some of this.
Yeah. Well, and I thank you, but you knew of the job, so he'll take what you handed him and split it in half again and hand you back, so that way you have 30 and only take 10.
I won't deny that. He'll pocket in. That's exactly enough for 1,000, by the way, the 30.
Hey, we got him, boys.
I just hit 1,000 too, so.
Sweet.
Level up. Awesome sauce there.
Does the experience just reset to 0, or do we keep the 1,000 and like?
It resets to 0 because you reset to 0.
Okay.
Because you just kind of set this. It's not like just random.
Do you want us to level up right when we hit it, or how do you want to wait till we're
long rest?
To your next long rest. Rest.
That's what I thought. Perfect.
Awesome sauce. Yeah.
While he's talking to the guy and getting payment and everything, not to, because I know we already did this piece, but I would be like looking at the walls, like searching the board, like just kind of looking over the whole building, if anything else.
There is a new job. So in addition to the goblin, which is like an EverQuest, this is like just fucking any 2 pairs.
Just whenever we can get.
whenever you kill a goblin, pairs is a bounty. And then for the coyotes, go 2. 5 copies per head coyote or heads coyotes. There also another quest. There is a bandit den towards the southwest of here. The local bandit groups have merged and formed a bandit den and have kind of made in a small cave southwest of here, and they are giving 500 copper pieces to the person that can take the head of the guild or the bandit king, the bandit leader, and his name is Rashid the Red. So 500 copper pieces for the head of Rashid the Red.
Okay. And then when gone, when you turn around to split it and say how you did most of the work of getting this because I didn't know about it, give it back. Did you see that there's so you just came in and looked at this job board right here? This is where you got the job?
Yeah, I was wandering around here. I saw some pretty fit-looking warriors and sellswords, so I stepped in, and good thing it was the right place to be.
Well, you see that there's. Did you see this one? This Rashid the Red?
No,
Did
that
you
must be
get that?
new.
Oh. I mean, I don't know if it's something we can necessarily do or not, but good money, 500 copper. That seems.
He's a bandit. I'll ask my associates around the filthy seal. But speaking of that, I'm actually late. I need to head out.
Oh, you gotta go to work. Go.
It would go like rolling around. Well, as this happens here, I go to Unagi. Hey, I said it right, guys.
Yeah.
I'm working on it, guys. Like, yeah, I got it. So after playing tic tac toe for about an hour, the yelling screaming does die down, and Onisha opens the door and opens the window and sees that there's no more dragon. And he says, I think we can leave. I think we're okay. She opens the doors up and all that stuff. Unagi, what do you do? It is like 4 or 5 now, right before, it's probably like an hour or two before night falls.
What does she want to do? Okay, I'm in the Windy Hawk.
Correct.
Sorry, I'm just looking to see what she can see from the door.
Okay.
I guess she'll just go walk to the other tavern. Just try to
Okay.
check it out, get a feel for it.
Okay. As you walk over there, you see that there is a I see that there's a northerner and a southerner there in the doorway. Let's see here. Roll me 2d6. They look at you and they say, well, the northerner doesn't says, state your business.
I'm just hungry.
We don't serve normal food. As you look behind him, there's people serving food directly behind him.
What do you serve then?
We serve the things that grows on trees and the things that grow in the dirt. He smiles. You being
Okay.
Easterner, you know that means drugs. A lot of drugs. All the drugs.
You want to get high?
A lot of
As a motherfucker.
Ooh, I don't know. Does she know if her job drug tests her?
It just, I mean, people don't drug test. It's like in medieval times, no one drug tests. As long as you show up to work on
They
time,
don't
it should
have
be
the
fine.
technology to
It's like,
understand
hold
how
on, man.
to.
Do they take those piss tests here? Do like the hair follicle? How did that work here?
You gotta buy clean piss from someone in town.
It's like, hold on, man. I'm trying to be a guard. Can I get that clean piss, man? I'm sorry, man.
You gotta talk to Ignacio. He probably's got the hookup.
Holy God, that's a different kind of listen. If anyone said I have fucking piss test, that's crazy. But they look at you and says, "Are you interested?" We also depending on your fancy, we also have flesh as well. A man and woman or whatever suits floats your boat.
Hold on, I'm consulting my.
We're all criminals here.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta see what.
Would it be at that point like Gon
do.
just kind of shoulders past her to get into the kitchen?
Yes, because everybody officially now has seen each other. So as you enter, as you go here,
Hey, gone. You don't need to just shove a lady out of the way. Like,
Did he actually
be
shove
a little
her?
nice.
Nice, ladies here. And he just looks down. He's like, "Oh,
wait.
Oh.
no." He literally was just like a man on a mission.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
oh.
on to be late.
Oh yeah, her
Hey,
face
you,
is gonna turn.
You step out of the way. He's gonna run you over.
Yeah, look. Zoom in on this big.
Yeah, I
He's
got
got a. I'll read the description. He is towering, a white face, oily skin, oily hair, torn clothes. He's big. He's like 6'7", 6'8", just massive. Brutish looking dude, and he just walks by.
I think
Actually make contact with her though.
Yeah, it would be like I mean, how tall is she? She can't.
She's probably like 5 foot. Like
Yeah.
she's short. Like
Yeah.
He like bumps into her, just not paying attention.
cool. So she is going to like yell and like square up. Okay, I'm just gonna sound stupid. You know how like when Tinkerbell gets pissed off? That's what she's doing. Right
That's
now.
the perfect
Yeah.
description.
Yep.
She's just gonna be like, hey. Hey.
I'm walking here. Gon will look over and see Alistair kind of berate him, and he's like, I don't see any. Oh, watch where you stand, and he'll just keep going. Just
Big squeak.
fucking
shoulders pass. He gives the secret handshake to the guys as he comes in. Yeah.
brings in there.
I'll walk up next to you, Unagi, and just like, sometimes I don't know what to do with him.
She'll turn back to the guards and be like, yeah, I want to go in.
She says, all right, well, if you're trying to party, by all means, welcome to the filthy seal. You get filthy or go home. And they kind of step aside.
Like crack her knuckles, be like, yep. I'm
Following
getting
this
filthy.
asshole.
I finally made it to the Russian platoon. Hold on, guys. I finally made it.
There's another northern here that's even bigger than Gon. Just like
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big fat dude. He's big. Well, not fat, but he's like big hulking dude. So as they go in, so Asa, do you want to go in or do you just go home?
No, I'm gonna go actually pay Cillian since I have the money to pay her first. And then because I don't think he's. You said it's like 4:00 right now.
Yeah, 4:05 now.
So he will actually try to get into the which doesn't have to be. We do the other one first, but he'll actually head to the Temple of the Three.
I will say this: you do know that night is falling soon, and your home is an hour away.
Yep.
And the freaks do come out at night.
He has a little change in his pocket. He's not necessarily thinking he is going all the way back to the just above table. He's not thinking he's going all the way back to the farm tonight. He's probably gonna go try to rent a room at the.
I'm just making sure
Wing
because,
Park. Yeah.
'cause
No,
there's a
he's gonna
different
try
set
to
of
go
rules.
eat. He was just gonna go look at actually get inside the temple,
Okay.
which again we can do the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
one first,
Yeah.
and then he would just go get a meal in a room at the Windy Hawk if
Ah.
he can.
Sounds good. All right. So I'm gonna. Okay. So, Gone. As you go inside, you see Rodrigo's like, "Hey, where you been, man? You're late."
you see him. He's like, I know. He grabs an apron off one of the hooks and kind of ties
Yep.
it around him, getting his stuff. He's covered in blood. Obviously, he's like, I ran into trouble. It won't happen again. I'll make sure to stay up late and I'll make sure it's done. And then he
He
looks
nods.
over. He sees Unagi enter, and she definitely probably sticks out a sore thumb. She's got rich
Yeah.
clothes, and
Yeah, she doesn't look like that.
he looks over to her.
druggies.
And then he kind of looks at the barkeep and slaps a copper down. He's like, buy that girl a drink. And then he heads back into the kitchens to work in the drug den.
All right. He nods and gives you the secret handshake, the wiggity, and he lets you go past. And you see Rodrigo says, "Hey, before you go,
Yep.
hey, come here." And he comes over. He says, "Come here. Gotta discuss some business."
What is it, boss?
He looks at you and says, "I got a shipment coming in a couple of days. I want you on the guard crew. Make sure it goes smooth. We got some Nari out there that wants to definitely impede on our goods and our trade. And we got some Roka nut coming straight off the boat. And we're getting this shipped on a prisoner ship. It should be here. It's a pretty big shipment. There's not just copper, but gold and silver involved. This is a pretty big shipment here. And as soon as you hear gold, fucking
Yeah,
spidey senses-
again, a rare smile. His teeth are bad, real bad.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And he's like, one's missing from probably some kind of fight. And he's just like, now you're talking. Actually, Rodrigo, I've been meaning to talk to you. I don't see any security outfits around here. You ever thought about getting into the business outside of this?
I thought about it, but the people here definitely have some protection. Like I could possibly, but I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just sell this move product. It's easier, less dangerous, and I don't have to worry about a knife in my back as much as security. Security people get fear only lasts so long. I've seen it go very poorly for those that try to enact on just fear. I'd rather just make money.
Yeah, but
pay well.
you don't have to protect your own goods, eh? Would you be opposed to me getting a team together? Just a couple people.
You can do what you like. I would never frown on anybody that's trying to do business, but I won't stop you. But I also want to endorse, because I can't be involved in any kind of thing that involves any illegal activity. He smiles.
Say less. He's like, I've got you. Whatever the plan is, let me know.
He says, "Yes, I
I'll
need
be
you
there.
there. I need you there with my crew to make sure that whatever goods, not whatever goods, that the goods that I'm going to receive actually gets here." There's another rival gang here called the Nari. There are these damn fucking clowns dressed up like jesters that come and want to step on our turf. So
How do you
This is
spell
fun.
the gang name?
Narre.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jesters. Cool.
And he says they're fucking clowns. Make sure that if they come up, that none of them make it home. Make them all widows.
Consider it done.
And he says, "All right, now get to work."
Grunt of acknowledgement. Oh.
All right, all right. And that just happens here. You see this man that just abruptly cut you off. Unagi just literally just talked to a morbidly obese Easterner sitting in the couch there, surrounded by he's very extremely well made clothes. They're all custom. I was about to say Cuban links, not Cuban links, they don't exist here. A variety of gems, and like he looks extremely wealthy. There's a variety of women and men in his kind of section over there. It definitely seems like he is. I mean, you're a merchant, you know. He's probably a kingpin or at least a
Val,
drug lord.
I've got the perfect art I came across literally today. Here, I'm gonna post it in Discord. This is what I
All right.
imagine
Oh,
Rodrigo looking at.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah, dude.
Big boss.
That's dope.
Big balls.
Hell yeah!
And like he's covered in gold and like that. He looked balling. He sees you in there and sees gone and leaves over there. And you stick out like a sore thumb. One, you don't look like a fucking drug addict. Two, you look like a guard. Three, you're an Easterner. So as you kind of entered, I presume trying to pick a fight with Gon, who rushes off in the back, you see that this morbidly obese Easterner would kind of look over at you and says, "Hey, you!" And he points at you, presumably. Do you respond?
She'll turn and like her face is gonna change and she's gonna go back to that resting bitch face, doe-eyed look and just be like, "Yes."
He does the classic like this. Hey, trying to make some money?
I'm trying to settle a score.
You're a merchant. You definitely think that he definitely is not trying to involve any scores, and you definitely see he does sell flesh here. What that means is, what that means.
That
So-
means what that means.
So you definitely think he's definitely up to some
Some nefarious.
scrupulous means here. But he says, all right, well, ever trying to make some real money, let me know. If not, fucking buy something. And he goes back to his to drinking and stuff. What do you?
Much money.
What? He looked at you.
How much money?
And he says he looks up and down. Roll a charisma check. At advantage because he's an Easterner. He likes Easterner women in general.
He said, "Baby girl."
Baby, come back.
Baby
looks-
girl, what's your name?
He looks and says, I can get you on a payroll, or I can make you one of mine. That depends on what you're looking for. He said, payroll, depending on how much money you bring in. I personally say that I'd pay you 50 copper pieces a day. And he looks at you.
I mean, copper is copper, so.
That's work for me, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and he looks at you and said, do you know what he's asking you to do?
Decide
I'm
where.
For a white
Sure.
knight in the
Time out. Above table. I am aware
Consent
of
form.
where
You
this
got-
is
Consent,
going.
yes. I am not trying to condorse. I did not have sexual relations with that one. Okay,
That was over here going, pimping ain't easy.
Listen, I'm just making sure, guys. Guys on Twitter, guys, listen. With the thing in the bios and blue hair, guys, listen. She is a consenting adult.
Oh my god.
This is a mature game, guys. Breathe. All right, take it together. Breathe. Do it together.
I'm not being coerced. I make this decision of sound mind.
And Jesus Christ.
Everybody on Twitter, we're forcing her to do this. Can you tell, given that we're all on a Zoom call?
Everybody on Twitter is like this. Fucking big.
Why? They're all like right there.
Ready to end that man's career.
It's like you, but he nods and says, "Well, that's fine. Go see Marie. She'll get you set up." And you see that the woman beside him stands up. She's a little bit older. You know that in the industry as a merchant, you know that is what is referred to as a bottom B. She stands up, looks over at you, and says, well, let's get you cleaned up and ready for the night rush today. The night rush. And get you in the back, get you cleaned up, of course, and get you more provocative clothing. And whatever happens on the person who does these things and does these jobs at night. That being said, we're gonna go over to Gon. Well, roll a charisma check and a constitution check. Unagi. Holy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy.
All right. Charisma.
Big money.
Oh, big old nat 20 on the
Yeah.
charisma.
All right, so
She looks good.
that's true. All right, so
Don't last
I'll-
long.
She just pulled a full shift. She's working a double right now.
So you do get tipped well. So end of the night, you do get 50 copper pieces, which is 50 experience points, of course, and you also get tipped for the nat 20. So whatever this is doubled. So I'm gonna roll. So hold on. So you might luck out. Might not get that much money. Let's see. You get a total. So you get an additional 24 copper pieces from tips that night. As you also join the so what are you, like a guard by day, like lady of the night by night?
We all got two jobs, man.
Yeah, that's
Life's
true.
hard right now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
true.
right?
we can't fight anything.
It's true. Hey, listen, I'm not knocking anybody. Gone. Also, you gain, in addition to that, you gain 150 experience points. And roll a D100. Unagi.
Yeah, Alistar is about to do Uber Eats later.
You do not catch anything. Gone. This is a different kind
Didn't
of
get
party
that
lady.
snake clap.
Yeah, no,
No snake clap.
It's common,
No
big fella.
snake clap.
Not today though. Awesome sauce there. Gone. Give me a wisdom or intelligence check, whatever's better for you.
We'll go Wizzy.
Okay. All right. You do not do very well tonight. Rokinut's a different kind of experience. You're trying to kind of smoke this nut and trying to harvest it. You don't get it dry enough to where it can be rolled effectively and smoked very well. It's enough, like, but it's not very well. You're better than those two, but like this is average for you. Probably give up. This is average. It's below average. Actually, it's very below average because these are it's very good. But you see that you are paid total for this 5 copper pieces.
Okay.
And he looks at you and he says, "We're gonna put you back on the sashimi mushrooms. I think Rokinut's a little bit out of your pay grade for now." As he looks at you and he says, "Yeah, but still did all right. Better than what everybody else did in this place. All right, pop a squat. We'll do it again tomorrow." And so that's y'all to everything else. But before that, let's go over to Alistar. Unagi's fucking making out like a fucking bandit, but man, she's living life on the fucking edge. It's dangerous up there. That being said,
As a plan.
Hey, let's get rich or die trying. 50 Cent. Alistair.
It's not the plan.
Alistair, so you're trying to go to the Temple of Three, correct?
Yeah, he's gonna actually walk in, walk up to the guards that he had met before and Heil brother, Heil sister,
Yep.
look and try to, is the priest in tonight, or is he or she already left?
Aiden, you see that Aiden kind of stands up, and you see that he definitely has the robes of a high priest there, and he looks at you. Roll a charisma check,
Okay.
Alistair. He looks you up and down and says, "I am here tonight. I am high priest of the Temple of the Three. How are you, brother?" He definitely is a Westerner.
Yeah. I am good. I knew I needed to stop in. It's been way too long since I've stepped into a temple to reaffirm my beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just looking to do that in this new place. And he sort of just kind of stops there and stammers a little bit, like in my head I see this as like that, it's been 20 years for the Catholic. They're finally going back, and it's like the first time confession in 20 years type of a thing. You know what I mean? Like that idea.
Father, for I have sinned. It's been many days since my life confessed.
Yeah. But he's so he just wants to so he just says to him, like, I'm given all the things that have gone on in my life, I feel I need to bring myself back and reconnect with the fallen, with the shattered.
Well, you see, he looks over at you and says, "Son, brother, the fallen one is always with you, and I will always guide you to find parts of him to reclaim, to rebuild paradise before he had fell from the street sky above. You are always in the flock, even if you did not know or did not want to be. We all are part of him as he's a part of us." And he bows deeply and says, "Stand up, as you are worthy of doing the flock as much as I." I actually have straight from the past. In the past, growing up, but I've returned to it, and I've decided now to lead. And he says to you, "What is it do you seek to get out of the Temple of the Three? And what is it that you seek? Do you seek to just come back to the fold, or do you seek greater things?"
I seek to. I had dreams as a kid of finding shards, of being part of the solution, being part of the reuniting. And I feel like coming here has, everything that's happened has led me to, has brought a need to search for that further. That's what I want to do. I know it's a slow road, I know, but that's where I want to be.
He looks at you, and he says, I can help. If you seek to follow the path of those before you, to chase shards to bring forth the complete vision of our God, then let me help you. There is word of a shard not too far from here, actually. We've talked to the High Mother, which you know that there is, in the Council of Three, is the High Mother, the High Father, and the High Son.
Okay.
Each of them are a component of the three, which is kind of the religion itself. And they all kind of come from different places. So you also know that in the Council of Three, someone has the ability to detect the location of other shards, and they usually spread this information out to other sects of the Temple for whoever's closest to that area. That's extremely common now for every Westerner, and that's why they're able to find so many of them. So Aiden would tell you there is whispers of a shard not too far from here. As you being one of the faith, I will tell you where I've heard it. To the south of here in the Goblin territory. Let me move to the great map because this is actually I can kind of fully explain it to you. He pulls out a map here and he says, there is a shard. I'll actually mark it. There's a shard in the mountains towards the south. He said in this area. Right, and I'll mark it. Right there. There's whispers of a shard there that the church had handed down and told us that if any agents could get there and investigate, there may be a shard there, as far as the High Father is aware. He looked at you.
So not too far from here, then, do we?
It's extremely far from here. He looks at you.
Well, in relation to how far I came to get here,
yes, didn't get
fairly
not that
close.
Far. Not that far. So above Tibbsville too. So everyone moves 3 squares a day depending on the terrain. Over hills, it's 2. Over mountains, is 3.
Yep. Do we have to above table? Do we have to take the boat? Obviously, across. That's like a lake or like I'm assuming a very wide lake through there, or is that what we?
No, like
sailed in on to get. Well,
yeah,
if we're here, we sailed in on this to get to the prison area, right? Where
you are here.
Off.
What can you see right there? Right.
Right. So we had to sail in. We had to sail in to come off the boat, right?
Yes. So the location you're talking about is here. So you don't have to sail anywhere. You just go.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were here. I was zoomed out too far. That's my fault.
It's all good. Yeah. So
we can just go down the coastline. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, guys. One take. One take, guys. One take.
Hey, we got to be on the same page. There's so many times my own players, I'll explain something and they misunderstood, and it's like
it happens to me as a player too.
Like,
it happened to me as like fucking
that's
telephone.
Not what I said.
At all.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, so you said there's a deal at per
honestly, that's why I ask as many questions as I do, because I'm like, wait, I'm stupid. Let me understand this.
Let me just be clear. I've gotten in arguments where they're like, "That's not what you said." I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, so I'm telling you now, I guess.
It's like out of post education. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you want me to say. Maybe I could have, anyway, whatever. But yeah, it's right there, and that's what he would tell you.
Okay.
In that general area, not that exact location. It could be.
Yeah. but somewhere in that area, right?
Somewhere in the general area.
And then so he'll look. I thank you for the information. I'm gonna take a moment. Is there a name as a Westerner being with this religion? Do I know the name of what the shattered god could be?
They just call him the fallen one. That's what
The fallen one? Okay. Hi Aiden. Hi one Aiden. I'm gonna take just a few moments to pray to the fallen one here before I leave, but I thank you for this information. This is truly where I feel that I need to be. So I thank you again, and he'll put his hand and bow deeply to Priest Aiden, and then kind of step off to the side for a moment and just do the silent prayer before kind of walking out with a renewed vigor and head out to shoot, just forgot the name of it. The wing, the other tavern to get
the Windy Hawk. Yes.
Yeah, Winged Hawk to get food and a place to sleep.
I would say that was like an hour and change because I was sitting there talking like that. So I'll yep. Here. So all right. So it is officially nighttime. Official.
Okay.
Give me a D20.
Alrighty.
Priest comes out at night, guys. It does, and we'll wrap this up here.
Another nat one. Let's see it.
Yeah.
All right. 1 second.
Do I die before I make it?
give me an invest. Give me an intelligence check. Brain fart. Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Something.
All right. You see somebody quickly as you're leaving the temple here. Right? As you turn, you see that out of the alleyway outside of the temple, you see a man rush up to you and quickly kind of move behind you in a really offensive manner that he was trying to knock you out from behind. What do you do?
Oh, knowing him, like as that, he would turn and bolt back towards the guards at the temple to get and just dead sprint right back towards it.
All right, give me a D6.
Okay.
Let's see if you can make it. No.
Okay.
All right. As you attempt to run, he rushes up to you. All right. Let's see if he hits. And he has a sword in his hand.
Oh,
okay.
Shit. He has a +2 to this.
Do it.
He is not.
Woo!
It is now your turn. What do you do?
Oh, he'd turn, bolt, and then as he runs, pull. He would, it's nighttime, so it's dark. So do I see him then once he comes at me, right?
Oh, 100% you see him.
Yep.
Okay, you're close enough, you can see him. It's not fully dark. It's like still light, but it's dark enough to where you can kind of hide.
Yep. And so he'd bolt towards the temple, and then right at the end of the range, load the sling, turn, start whipping it, and just whip a slingshot at him as he's bolting towards the temple.
Okay. As he bolts towards the temple, he does not approach. You can definitely attempt to hit this guy. Roll the hit. No moss.
Yep.
He goes wide. As you approach the guards, you kind of say, "What is going on, brother?"
And I just turn and point towards the street. He's trying to attack me.
You see this man here. Give me another intelligence check. Not a brain fart. Not a brain fart. This man seemingly is wearing the clothes of a jester.
I'm gonna say it because of his vice. He still would look at. He's trying to attack me. He has a sword in his hand.
You see this man is waving, and you see the guard says, "Get inside. We'll keep you safe. Rest here for the night."
Yeah. You can step in, like that.
And you see with that, as you step in, you see.
He turn around and just like peek around the guard's shoulder as he's backing in, like.
As you enter, you see this figure kind of looks, and he waves. Then he kind of slinks back into the alleyway. and the guards do not chase him.
I just imagine like a Cheshire cat. You just see his grin.
Wow.
Smile.
Smiles,
In the dark.
and,
Yeah.
and with that, ladies and gentlefish, we will end tonight's session. We'll pick up in the next day morning with Unagi getting the most cost-effective, doing the oldest profession in of human history. Shout out to her. Somebody's making drugs, and
The
somebody
second
else
oldest.
Yeah, second
Wait,
oldest drug-
wait. Work for me, but somebody's over here doing drugs.
Oh, he's been
Yeah.
making drugs.
Selling major
He's
drugs.
making drugs, yeah.
Rico charges about to get paid this guy. They're the oldest profession, selling drugs, and then we have pure farm boy.
Yeah, that's your farm boys over here praying to God and
He's like,
helping the
Yep.
I
animals.
love animals, and say trying to be a good guy.
Hey.
It's like,
When you roll up a character, you get what you get.
I like it. I like
Oh my
that.
oh
He's
my
not a
gosh.
piece of shit like the rest of us.
It's like, I just want to be a good guy. But with that being said, guys, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. We try something new out, so tell us what you like about it if you don't like, and we'll catch you in the next one. And we might, just maybe, talk about some else before then. So catch us in, guys.
Peace.
Love y'all.
Bam.